All right. Oh, my goodness. We have some breaking news right now that we're picking up on right now. Out of MSU up in Michigan, just got word from a couple addicts up in the area, just close to the area, that there is a scenario unfolding right now. We're listening into the police traffic right now to hear what's happening. Our hearts go out to everyone who's up there. Apparently there appears to be an active shooter event going on at MSU. Police right now are on campus, are around the area. This is unfolding right this very moment, and we're scrambling for information. Really, the police themselves are not sure exactly what's going on here. There's so much confusion. There are calls coming in from all over the place.
I'm on campus. Where's the command post at? I got the MCP en route.
Commander, get
Copy.
Just trying to get everything set up here, trying to get notes here as things are happening.
Anyone clear Phillips Hall yet or no?
Good.
Any ambulances coming in from both the Mavis strike team response and current units, keep them on fire ground 6.
What we know so far is that witnesses are being taken to Langston Hall cafeteria.
From Windsor Township, we'll be working with them.
I don't have any news yet of injuries.
Cleared level 3, level 1, the basement.
7.
10-4, and I have the building locked.
They're locking down buildings as they're searching. I've heard the union has been swept. There are some rooms they have not been able to get into yet.
Do you have a digital radio channel for Clinton County TAC?
5327. I don't.
Sullivan, I got a team at Owen Hall.
Teams at Owen Hall.
Vehicle 21, where is the command post going to be located at?
Copy. It's going to be the president's house. It's going to be 1 Abbott Road for a unified command.
Command post is at the president's house.
Copy. Charles and Grand River, check 1.
There was a call that just came in a moment ago that just before we went live that said someone was reporting an individual with a long gun in black clothing running towards Owen Hall. They don't even know if that's an officer or a suspect.
Commander, get
Copy.
482.
Anyone clear Phillips Hall yet or no?
Good.
Any ambulances coming in from both the Mavis strike team response and current units, keep them on fire ground 6. We have a staging officer from Windsor Township. We'll be working with them.
RTF2 is in Phillips Hall. We've cleared level 3, level 1, the basement.
7.
10-4, and I have the building locked. Okay.
So Phillips Hall, level 1, the basement, and 3 are
4-7.
cleared.
Do you have an additional radio channel for Clinton County TAC?
5327. I don't.
Sullivan, I got a team at Owen Hall.
I'm in service in vehicle 21, where is the command post going to be located at?
Copy. It's going to be the president's house. It's going to be 1 Abbott Road for a
you guys are hearing the
unified command post.
The chaos that unfolds here is you've got multiple agencies trying to communicate with each other. We're hearing people asking the same questions over and over. Hello, Stephen Lee.
10-4. I'll have you work off of East Lansing MSU Ops. Currently, East Lansing MSU Main is being used to clear buildings.
Copy, thank you.
Mike Dunfrey.
Copy, 5 County units doing methodical search at Union Hall.
The calls, additional calls on the scanner said there were shots fired at Phillips Hall. We've heard that Phillips Hall has been swept on level 3, 2, and the basement. Not sure about
Copy,
level 2.
Union Hall, Southside, room 29A, 5 uninjured civilians, and you said 10 subjects in the conference hall on lockdown. 10-4.
5-1.
Union's been swept. There are some rooms that are locked.
Okay, and you said which building you were at?
In, I believe.
All right, Owen Hall.
Copy, Owen Hall. They haven't seen anyone. Just be advised, we're getting a call at Emmons Hall advising a black male running past a window with a hood up, long gun towards the parking lot going towards Armstrong. He's wearing a blue jacket.
Central from 1118. Do you know the address to the president's house?
636. We just checked one at Anthony. Check's clear. We're going to Emmons. I have a car full of cops.
It's 1 Abbott Road. 1 Abbott Road. 10-4 North
This
Emmons.
is happening live, Isabella. This is happening.
Clear. Thank you.
This is live.
Hi, Charlie 1, I got a car full of cops. We're heading to Evans.
173, RTF Team 3 is in place at Berkeley Hall perimeter.
6 Adam Andy, I'll be with 695. We'll be in route to Emmons Hall.
Okay, break. Is there a team at Phillips Hall on the second floor? We have a caller reporting there's a unknown male holding an AR walking the halls, black jeans, white shirt. That unit's going to be an RTF unit, thank you.
Birdie and 921.
So this is the chaos.
operators en route. Where do you want to?
911 is getting calls for police officers who are in civilian clothes.
Battalion 11,
Who
Battalion
are undercover, who just are running to respond, but
You
they
can
look
report
just
to
like a
the
shooter.
incident command where 347 is at the president's house.
5002.
5002.
Hi, I thought you were looking for someone here. It's coming close.
Nope, we just have more units en route coming.
Trying to see if we can get any
RT4, we
video
checked
from
and
the
moved
area.
on that black pickup at Charles and Grand River.
If any of you have
Copy, check the black pickup truck.
access to
And
police
RT4, we're
stations,
now at the
to
north-
news stations that are sharing video,
East side of Owen
if you
Hall.
can give me the call letters of that news video, so I can try to pull that up.
42.
80 and 95 will be out at Emmons.
Okay.
Paul 60.
Call 60, stand by. We got a caller calling 911 advising at Sni 5. They heard one shot at Snyder Phillips. Again, one shot heard.
Paul 60, I have a contingency of units in Snyder Hall. I just brought 6 out from room 204 who are confirming gunshots. I am sending them to go wait in Cedar Village. If I can have one unit make contact with them there, I'll look for a female wearing pink over gray.
Copy. A group of 6 coming out of room 204. You said at Emmons. Sending them to Cedar Village. Look for a female pink over gray clothing.
Out of Snyder Hall, ma'am.
Copy of Snyder Hall.
624.
624.
635 and I, 2-man car 215 headed towards Snyder.
Copy.
636, do we have anything at Emmons? I have a team here at Emmons.
Center from EMS staging.
We received a call for hearing a shots fired, and they saw a black male running past a window with a hood with a long gun towards the parking lot of Armstrong. That's the only thing we've gotten for Emmons at this time. We're now getting a lot of calls for Snyder and Phillips.
5393, we've got several teams inside Snyder Phillips.
Still looking for a good
We're on
feed
second
here.
floor of Snyder right now with a 4-minute team.
Copy. All units staging at 1 Abbott. RTF2. We're outside Snyder and Phillips. Where do you want us?
Black 21, SRT operators arrived at the south side of Phillips. 901, we're in front of Phillips. 201, go ahead.
Do I have a Lansing command on this channel?
Call 615 for
I understand there's ambulance staged on Beale Street, apparently waiting for approval to come in. They have the approval. They need to get in here.
I'm sorry, who's on Beale? RTF2. We're going to the cafeteria. Snyder Phillips.
Copy.
Apparently they're staged on Beale waiting for approval to come in. They have their approval. They need to get in here.
910, we got movement. Snyder Hall.
Okay. All medics that are staged on Beale, go to 1 Abbott.
We are inside Phillips Snyder right now, clearing it.
Copy, RTF1. I have you inside Sni 5 clearing it.
3rd floor, Phillips west side. RTF1 is clearing.
Copy. 3rd floor west side. RTF1 is clearing.
RTF7 is on 2nd floor.
RTF is on the 2nd floor of Sni, correct?
Battalion 11 from Station 1.
RTF7 is clearing the 2nd floor of Snyder Hall. It is now clear.
Oh, this is not loading
Copy,
properly. Give me a
RTF2 in the
second.
basement of Snyder Phillips.
RTF8 is established. Working out. 635 with SRT. SRT element is clearing.
The feed's not coming in very well.
635, you cut out. You said you're with SRT clearing where?
624, we're headed towards Snyder. We're trying to make our way.
10-4.
This is supposed to be a live camera. It's buffering a lot. It might be getting a ton of requests right now.
202, I'll be at incident command.
They're using the President's house as staging, is what I'm hearing.
In units, be advised, we're now getting another call advising near Shaw Hall East. There's a male possibly matching the description of the accused walking westbound.
We just had a team make entry on the first floor. Do we have anybody else inside of Snyder Hall?
Yep, I got RTF2 in the basement. RTF7 is on the second, or they cleared the second floor as well.
Copy that. We have a team on the first floor. We're going to take care of the first floor.
1125, 1136 if you're on County Main.
82, I'll be at east.
SRT is on the ground level in between Phillips and Snyder. Ground level, just we don't have blue on blue.
10-4. 694, you have RTF1
Charlie 1,
coming
there's
out.
a lot of civilians in the cafeteria of the Snyder building. FYI.
Copy, lots of civilians in the cafeteria of Snyder Phillips.
694, you have RTF1 coming out.
Copy.
The East Phillips, ground level.
So let me see if I can find
Units,
this
be advised, we're now getting one caller at this time advising they heard gunshots possibly coming from Iron Sports East, 804 East Shaw. There's one caller. Units, be advised, we're now getting one caller at this time advising they heard gunshots possibly coming from Iron Sports East, 804 East Shaw. We're also getting reports of one caller accused going westbound at Grand River from Harrison. Subject is limping.
Subject, I don't know if it's
and then we're also getting reports of a possible accused going westbound at Grand River from Harrison. Subject is limping.
I don't know why I'm getting an extra feed here. Hang on.
5002, can you repeat that traffic?
347.
One of my other feeds just jumped up. Okay, we're going to pull up the
347. I need to call out
the country or the
units to call out around Berkey for a perimeter.
Let's see. Hang on just 1 second here.
RTF3, we're out.
Okay.
Okay, do you have enough
Trying
folks
to
for
zoom
that?
in just to see what we're looking at here.
173, yeah, we got all four sides covered. Oh, okay.
So this is Shaw Hall right here in the center that we're looking
We
at.
established a safe zone for civilians leaving Snyder Phillips.
Officer Olsen with LPD, that didn't.
Everybody that's walking out here right now to the Broad Art Museum from Snyder Phillips.
Myself, Captain Fadley, Meridian
Here's
K9,
Owen Hall
and
right here in the
925
middle.
are doing secondaries on Berkey.
Copy. You with Captain Meridian K9 doing secondaries at Berkey.
925, them as well in Berkey.
For all medics listening, any future victims, request go to Miss Clary.
347, can you go back to North Ops? Break, is there a group or a team that can check an unknown male limping, walking westbound Grand River from Harrison? Callers possibly saw him carrying a firearm.
He's checking that area now, so.
10-4, thank you.
This is
RTF2 is available.
This is crazy. Oh my
Copy.
goodness.
Grand River and what for RTF2?
We had two possible sightings. One said westbound Grand River from Harrison. One possibly said a westbound Kalamazoo near Shaw Hall.
En route.
Meridian badge 958, checking in, where do they need me?
MSP 1030 got a black male walking.
958, there's going to be a unified command post, 1 Abbott Road at the President's house.
En route.
Okay, is that by 1041 West Grand River? We're getting reports there of a possible accused being in front of 1041 West Grand River.
10-4.
Hey, just to advise, second floor, Snyder and Phillips, we just had a guy duck. We shot him with a flashlight and he ran out the other way.
Copy, subject ducked and ran from the second floor of Snyder Phillips.
From the Snyder side or the Phillips side?
West side. It's over by Hubbard Hall.
This is 1041 West Ground River over here. That's clear away from the event.
Again, multiple callers advising near the basketball court. The possible accused is there. They can hear screaming and shooting. Last shot heard less than a minute ago.
347, you got RTF9 led by Zisman heading that way.
Rick, King 2's up that way.
RTF 8's en route on foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Detroit Channel Fox 2. Let me see this one.
LPD Officer Chow on Ingham County, Maine.
Sorry, I keep holding it.
That's okay.
One, we're out at IME.
Copy 901 at IM East.
621.
621.
I'm at the basketball courts. There's no one active shooting.
Copy at the basketball courts at IM Sports East. No active shooting.
Mason, 585.
585.
We're getting a caller having their ring with shots at IM East, trying to get a better location.
I'm not seeing anyone streaming anything
you need
on
somebody
this.
back here for calls, though.
I have everybody in the county headed towards MSU.
Everyone in the county is
Unified
headed
Command,
there.
how many medics do you have on scene and how many more do you need?
All right, I'm going to stay here in Mason, and let me know if you get the calls out this way.
Okay, let's watch for what we can find
55,
here.
55. 608, lots of cops in IM East, and we're not hearing anything. 55, where do you need me?
Yeah, I'm on the back end. There's nothing out here either.
I'm going to have you point towards the active shooter.
That was me.
Go ahead. Okay, yeah, this caller was not able to provide any further information, just that they heard possibly 3 shots. There are 15 people inside the racquetball room hiding right now.
55. 10-4, I really appreciate you guys. White male, 16 to 17 years old, red hoodie. He's on bus 627. Bus 627. They're keeping him there at Bay 5. Bay 5.
What?
Were you clear on that traffic?
Clear in route.
Hey, Natalie.
I just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
I actually heard about it from
Central, Mercy
let's
Alpha
see,
161.
Chandra, I believe.
RTF2.
Chandra, are you on right now? There you
We
go.
got an open door on the south side of the building. We're making entry. Copy.
Copy. Open door south side. That's at IM Sports East, correct?
You can show us that 49 Abbott.
Okay.
347.
347.
What RTA do we have at the Union?
SOG at the Union, west side.
Boss, you have Muller, Miller, Zuber, Forbes, and Meekoff, first floor of the Union. We went through all the floors.
Okay, I've got a
We're just holding us down.
webcam of the area right here.
347, Forbes, you're in charge.
Pulled up.
Union, contact Team 1.
Any county units not on the perimeter point, if you can go towards the incident command at the President's House, per 5002.
A lot of buffering on this one, unfortunately, but let's see. That is a live view.
Six 635, SRT Bearcat. Rolling up to IME.
958, I'm on scene. We're working off a specific channel. I'm sorry, I missed it.
The problem a lot of these
347 to
agencies
4.
have is to communicate with each other. They have to use
I'm
a
going to have
shared
you head
frequency.
just to East Lansing, MSU, Maine at this time.
Go.
Copy.
347 to Forbes. Have you seen a tactical team inside your location? Roger. We do not see them, sir.
I'm not getting any live
94.
streams on any of these.
Yeah, we
All
got
these
Clinton
stations are
County
not
tag
putting it out to
going in.
YouTube. This is right now, Cindy, unfortunately. This is
Union, contact
over here.
Team 1.
Any county units not on the perimeter point, if you can go towards the incident command at the President's House, per 5002.
Weather Watch, right as I hung up the phone with you tonight, got this notification, and So I decided to jump over here. Stephanie, I believe we've heard that there are multiple injuries. Injuries generally means that it's not swatting; it would be actual. So unfortunately, it sounds like this is
635 SRT Bearcat rolling up to IM East.
958, I'm on scene. We're working off a specific channel. I'm sorry I missed it.
347 to Forbes.
I'm going to have you head just to East Lansing, MSU Main at this time.
Go.
Copy.
347 to Forbes. Have you seen the tactical team inside your location? Roger. We do not see them, sir.
Heather, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. It's good to have you here.
924.
Okay, we got Clinton County TAC going in the west side of the Union.
Copy, Clinton.
9-8. We got civilians leaving IM East. Where should we be positioning them?
Okay, I got you.
The civilians are to go to the Landon Hall cafeteria or the Broad Art Museum.
347 to all units. Make sure witnesses are escorted to Langdon. I'm at IM East. There are civilians in this building. Where are we directing them?
So this is the Beaumont Tower webcam we're looking at right here. Looks like fire department's moving through right now. That looks like fire truck right now.
.628 and 629 are over here on the south side of IM East, getting all the students over here safe.
They've been evacuating students out of the buildings that have barricaded themselves inside rooms. Reports of people all over the place. Most of the reports are probably other officers. So police are seeing officers respond and think it might be the shooter. So 911's getting flooded with calls, and we're hearing those come in quite a bit. I have no indication that this particular webcam has any activity.
921 Bearcat has 8
as far as
operators.
injuries and police activity. This is just
secondary.
on campus, and we see some emergency services there. I haven't seen any people on the ground or movement.
G933, they're doing a secondary right now at Berkey. Secondary at Berkey right now.
921.
There's another
Is that a yes or no?
fire department truck that's blocking things off. Looks like their fire department's going to be in a safe area.
Meridian Medic 93. I'm staging.
A rumor of 2 shooters. This early in the game, it's hard to tell. Sometimes you might hear a shot fired to one place, and then someone else reports a shot somewhere else. Could be the same person, but because of the time difference, the calls might come in at the same time, just whenever somebody feels it's safe to call, and suddenly you think you have 2 shooters because of that. It's really early to tell. Most of the information we're getting has not been confirmed.
1615.
Thanks, Christina. Thanks for being here.
Dispatch helicopter Trooper 3 will be in the area in 15 minutes.
1615.
Copy, Trooper 3 in the air. We'll be there 15 minutes.
Just a juvenile teen with some BB gun parts. We're clear.
Thank you again. I really appreciate you guys taking that.
Battalion 42, engine 411.
Anytime, ma'am.
411, go ahead.
Kelsey, all we've heard is that...
we'll stay just south of Abbott in left circle, unless you need us somewhere else.
Just one second. All we've heard is that there was somebody with a long gun and black clothing, but that describes most of the police officers.
Have them come check in with me, please. No, you're good right there.
Some of them said they had a hood up, and we've heard a couple different descriptions around...
It's going to be the President's house.
Around Owens Hall, toward Armstrong, Snyder Phillips, Shaw Hall East. The Union Building's been
Copy,
swept.
604 and 614, having you check the Com Arts ramp for us, the reports of subjects with a long gun on the 2nd floor.
These are calls coming in about police that are sweeping the buildings.
The Com Arts ramp.
Sorry, Asher, I'll try not to step over him. Appreciate the feedback.
RTF2 command. We're available.
I'm using Police Scanner Plus.
Hey, Mike. Back to
Unit 1.
disregard.
I keep looking for more feeds here
Just
for
be
you.
advised, we have a 911 caller advising third floor of Phillips Hall. They can hear lots of screaming. And someone yelling, open up.
482. 93 going, just stay right there.
Okay, Phillips Hall was already cleared.
Paul,
Level
50
3,
up,
Level 1, and basement was
RTF
already
8.
cleared on Phillips Hall.
Copy that. Hold.
Copy, we'll let them know.
I just had 4 approach me. I'm holding me for a minute. 10-2.
Yeah, Ivan, this is not the kind of stream I wanted to have tonight. Maybe a police chase, but this is not fun.
For all units, be advised, we have a LPD unit advising they were flagged down by someone thinking that the shooter is possibly in the wooded area near Kalamazoo and Flippert. No description on that person. Any unit at IM East? Just clear. Copy. For 695, IM East is clear.
Six 628, can we send students back into IME due to the weather, or are we keeping them out?
Anyone on scene at IMEs, can you advise if people are allowed back inside?
Three 4-7.
347.
As the radio traffic allows, I need a breakdown where RTF 1 through 10 are.
Copy. RTF 1 at IM East. RTF 2, your location.
We're at both. We're heading to the wood line. Off Clipper.
Copy. RTF 3, what's your location?
Berkey Hall.
RTF is a rescue task
RTF
force.
4, location.
North side, IME.
RTF 5, location. RTF 5 for your location.
That's never good. They want a response when these teams are in harm's way.
RTF 7 for your location.
Andy, they'll split off the ambulance traffic on another channel.
313. 4-7, I didn't catch that.
7, you said you were at W313 where?
Snyder.
Copy. RTF 8 for your location.
North side of IME.
For units, be advised. For units, be advised, we're getting a report of the parking ramp by Village Drive on the top level. They can see a possible accused with a mask, saying there's 2 subjects on the top level. Again, parking ramp by Village Drive. Advising 2 subjects with a mask. Trying to get further.
That's where all Snyder evacuated.
Okay, so that's our first,
Copy.
our first radio
RTS 10, what
traffic.
was
There
your
might be 2
location?
subjects.
Paying for your report limping, walking toward a building, possibly carrying a firearm.
RCS 8, we're going to home call.
And there as well.
Copy. RTF 8 and 4, home call. Units, be advised, we're now getting reports that there were 4 shots outside of Hubbard Hall in the courtyard just now. Again, 4 shots heard outside of Hubbard Hall in the courtyard.
RTF 9 is heading to the Village parking ramp.
Copy. RTF 9, Village parking ramp, top floor.
628, myself and 629 are into Hubbard courtyard right now. Nope.
Copy. 628.
He's headed towards Hubbard.
Copy.
RTF 1-3, we're going to head towards the Village parking lot.
Okay.
Okay, so Hubbard Hall is over on the other side of. Let me.
RTF 2, we're at Clifford at the wood line.
Copy. RTF 2 at Clipper and Kazoo on the woodline.
Hubbard Hall's on the east side of the campus.
Lansing Batch 35 are on the north side of Hubbard Hall, moving into the courtyard.
The courtyard.
Copy. Moving to the north side of the courtyard of Hubbard Hall.
Let me bring this up here just 1 second.
RGF 9, Village parking ramp is clear.
Copy. Village parking ramp is clear.
So Hubbard Hall is right here.
628, we're on the south side of Hubbard courtyard. UTL so far.
Copy. UTL south side of Hubbard courtyard so far.
The courtyard's right here in the middle. Hubbard Hall is right here. So the officer's in this area right now. This is where they just heard the 4 shots.
Advise, we have a caller advising that they're hearing gunshots out of East McDonald. East McDonald, hearing gunshots.
RTF 1, we're out here. I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
RT4, we're on the wood line between McDonald and Holmes right now.
Okay.
Here's what I'm finding. Every single time there's a call that comes in when an officer is in the
Right
area.
up here. I need you up here. On Saginaw.
The officers are not finding the facts on the ground the same as the calls are reporting them.
RTF 2 command, can the helicopter clear this wood line? This place is huge.
Pierre, bring your rig up here.
RTF 7, we have 10 civilians coming out from the basement. Location.
This is Medic 93. Would you like Medic 93 coming up?
Yeah, I have it there now.
Okay, everybody, just take a step back, big breath. Okay, let's ease up in the chat. This isn't the place for a conversation about gun control, one way or the other. just because this is not the most effective format for it.
604.
So let's try to dial it back just a little bit. Listen to this as it's happening, and sort of follow it. We normally follow the true crime, the court cases. We rarely follow the crime as it occurs, unless it's a police chase. But that's what we're doing tonight.
694, do you have eyes on the accused?
Negative, we're going upstairs right now. We're at team about 15.
10-4, team of 15 going up Acres Hall to the cafeteria. Going to hold air for contact with the accused.
798, we got a team going up the north side of Acres Hall.
Okay, this is Acres Hall right here, next to Hubbard. So this matches where they heard
RTF 14.
Shots here.
Establish a perimeter around that location.
Copy, establish a perimeter over Acres Hall.
We're locked out.
RTF 14 is en route. 622 on route before.
Copy.
RTF 12 on scene.
Copy.
Two item 42 on scene with Lansing Township at 93.
RTF 12 going to north end.
Copy.
I'm not seeing WLNS live yet.
Badge 131, did you have traffic?
RTF 13, set up eastern perimeter on Acres Hall for containment.
Copy.
628, we're on east side of the cafeteria, Acres Hall.
Okay, cafeteria's in the center here.
RTF 14, 4-man car and a patrol car. Where can we help?
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys looking for these things. There's just no coverage right now. There's nobody out there who's showing anything.
RTF 8, I have one civilian from Acres. Where do they want her?
To the civilian where?
That came out of Acres.
There's 600 of them on the north side of Acres, also ready to come out.
600. I believe this is a residential building.
Of foot traffic in McDonald Hall as well. Hearing shots there.
RTF 12, we got an open door in classroom 136 in Acres Hall.
Copy, open door 136, Acres Hall.
RTF 2's on scene at Acres.
McDonald's Hall is right up here. So they just had a report of something up there as well as down here. That's two separate locations. A lot of distance between the two.
Room 121.
Yeah, students have been locked down for a long time. As they're trying to get them out, they're evacuating them as they can.
For units in Acres, there is a smell of gunpowder or fireworks coming from the bathrooms. It's clear, but be advised there is a smell of gunpowder or fireworks in Acres.
Fireworks.
47, we should have React 12 at Acres Hall, last I heard.
Jason, we don't know. We've heard one report that there were two people. Everyone who's calling in everything they see, basically. So 911 is flooded with calls. A lot of them are people reporting police officers or SWAT teams that are moving into position. They
We'll head to Hubbard.
They basically are dressed in black and carrying long guns. So everyone's reporting all the movements they see of the police. And so the police have to sort out whether the call is actually their own or
Copy 2, showing you en route to Hubbard. Reports of shots fired, possibly near room 121. Room 121, Hubbard Hall South, for shots fired, heard.
RTF 14 en route to Hubbard.
trying to see where Hubbard is.
Hey, Hubbard also.
Copy.
4914, heading into Hubbard.
Copy.
RTF 14 is out at Hubbard.
Copy. Again, reports were coming from possible room 121.
Is 121 south or north?
South, so they're advising Hubbard Hall south.
So Hubbard is right here. Acres is here. McDonald's up here. So all three have had recent reports in these three. I have not heard injuries yet. I have not heard injuries.
We have a team of 4 in Hubbard, moving from the west towards Hubbard.
So moving from here.
Check that. Disregard.
Disregard.
4-7 status at the Union.
Could be fireworks. That's what.
That's what
the traffic we heard a minute ago was.
Team 2, we need a breach. And, the south, shot.
15 on 7.
Use it.
And South Hubbard, we need a breach.
They need a
Copy.
breach.
South Hubbard need a breach.
So they're in this building here. Breach means they've got a locked door they need to knock down.
Copy.
RTF 13, my partner's got breaching tools. He's going to grab them and head to South Hubbard. Stand by.
I'm right next door. 4 of us, I'll get there.
Hamilton, what room do you guys need the breaching tools at?
East side, South Hubbard Hall.
East side, South Hubbard. So they're in this section of the building right here.
347 to Union Hall, Clinton County. Is that your only floor you've cleared, or have you cleared everything else?
Clinton County, we're just not clearing the basement, or the basement level. That's all we've had cleared so far is quarter of the basement level.
Acknowledged.
Units.
Deliberate search is going to take a minute.
Units, be advised, we're getting a call at 1855 Place, 1808, apartment 235, for someone kicking on the door, unknown if related.
And they can't spare
RTF
anybody.
2, are you on the exterior east side of South Hubbard? Okay, 12, moving into Hubbard.
Copy, moving into Hubbard.
Six 691, I have people sheltering from Acres in Conrad Hall.
Copy, people sheltering in.
So here's Acres, and they're sheltering in, said Conrad Hall.
Hubbard, we need a breach.
Copy, South Hubbard need a breach.
1037's got a ram. I'll head this way.
Copy.
RTF 13, my partner's got breaching tools. He's going to grab them and head to South Hubbard. Stand by.
I'm right next door. 4 of us, I'll get there.
Hamilton, what room do you guys need the breaching tools at?
East side, South Hubbard Hall.
Yeah, Eric, you're right. All we've heard from the police is they've smelled gunpowder from fireworks. They're not.
347 to Union Hall, Clinton County. Is that your only floor you've cleared, or have you cleared everything else?
Clinton County, we're just not clearing the basement, or the basement level. That's all we've had cleared so far is quarter of the basement level.
Acknowledged.
Units.
Deliberate search is going to take a minute.
Units, be advised, we're getting a call at 1855 Place, 1808, apartment 235, for someone kicking on the door, unknown if related.
RTF 2, are you on the exterior east side of South Hubbard? Okay, 12, moving into Hubbard.
Copy, moving into Hubbard.
Six 691, I have people sheltering from Acres in Conrad Hall.
Copy, people sheltering in Conrad Hall.
React Team 2, we're ready to make entry on the south side of Hubbard. We're going in.
So they're coming in this door right here.
Copy, React Team 2, making entry of Hubbard.
I have sheltering in place at Conrad Hall. I am in Conrad Hall with the shelter in place.
636
LPD 472.
Go ahead.
Myself and Detective Osborne will be stationed at the Sparrow.
Seems like most of the activities is centered around this area.
South entrance of South Hubbard. Hubbard.
10-4. Copy.
RTF 11, we got perimeter on the southeast corner of Hubbard. RTF 8 is at East Acres Hall. Where do you need us?
Hey, Shiza, sometimes the radio traffic doesn't go through. There's a lot of people trying to talk at the same time. And so officers end up repeating a request over and over.
All for your status.
RTF 1410-2.
Copy, thank you.
Okay, let me switch back over here. Let me see if I can bring Thomas on. Just one second.
RT4, meet outside West Acres.
Copy.
RTF 2.
Lansing, be advised on the possible B&E in progress.
Room 121. Everyone is secure. No.
Copy, you cut out. You said room 121 at Hubbard Hall South is all secure?
Affirm. 121 is secure.
Copy.
Okay, Weather Watch. I'm just pulling it up right now.
RTF 3 to command. The Perky Hall has been cleared on secondary.
Units be advised, we're getting reports at chemistry building. They saw a black male with a hat with something long in their hand, looked like a rifle. Again, chemistry building, black male with a hat and something long in his hand, possibly a rifle.
This is most likely another officer.
RTF 13, we're going to go mobile and we'll start that way.
Okay, Thomas, I might have you on here. Give me a shout.
622, we've been here for 10 minutes and didn't hear anything in the courtyard.
Not seen your live feed yet, Thomas.
For units on scene, we're getting a report that someone received a picture with possibly two subjects carrying a hunting rifle. They saw on Facebook that there were 3 total shooters. They all posted pictures with guns. 2 black hoodies, 1 in jeans, 1 with a green shirt and black pants.
Okay, so 3 shooters. That's the first time we've heard that, and that's from the dispatch.
RTF 14,
So
I'm moving a group of civilians
alleged 3
to
shooters.
Conrad Hall.
Okay.
47. Let's try to get person to send that picture to 911 until we get some to operations, please.
That person is going to be at 137 Vogue. I will have someone call them back and get that picture.
Okay, what's that location?
137 Vogue. 137 Vogue. They possibly found the pictures of the accused sign. We're going to try to get the pictures in. 694.
15 Adam 7 on Ingham.
Be the address again.
137 Vogue. 137 Vogue. We're going to try to get the picture sent to us as well.
I can hear you in the
One
background,
Abbott
but your
command
mic's like a
reading.
mile away.
From Grand Ledge 152.
It sure is. It sure was.
Okay, give me just 1 second.
Mic check 1.
I hear you. Give me 1 second. We'll bring you on, Thomas.
Good.
Perfect. No worries. Just want to make sure you can hear me.
Windsor 170, Grand Ledge 152, stage at Vogue and Shaw.
Right, clear.
Do we have any teams in the basement of Acres, or is this whole building still need to be cleared?
Units. Officer Dalen with LPD, did you have traffic?
Basement of Acres. 347, I've got RTF 15 led by Lawrence going to Vogue. It's negotiators.
RTF 2, we're ready for work.
Okay, hold tight.
I just... Unit advised, we have a 70 students at the Wolf parking ramp trying to hide.
This is crazy. Can you imagine being there?
No. Terrifying.
Okay.
323, we're on traffic point right here. We don't see anything.
All right, I've got you on. I'm still going to be searching for stuff. This is Weather Watch. For those who don't know, good friend on the channel, comes on frequently.
Okay,
We're
just be
actually
advised, we're also
podcast
getting a call
partners.
now that they can hear shots outside of McDonald Hall.
We're going to try to not talk
Possibly
over
near the loading dock first floor. Loading dock first floor, McDonald Hall can possibly hear shots.
Full. Behind Meridian Medic 93.
Okay, McDonald Hall is right up here. This was the other location they heard something.
Copy that. At the Circle and Abbott.
Let me see if I can bring this up on my screen instead of me. Let's see. I need more windows, Weather Watch. More screens.
I know. If you want to make me teeny or even remove me to show the map, that's fine. These people don't need to see me. They're tired of me.
Okay. Okay, give me a second. I'll do that. That might be a little easier.
Units getting reports at Cedar Village, building 504. Cedar Village, building 504. 1 minute delay. They can hear yelling in the
This chat is
hallway.
unreal. You guys are so nice. So
And all
amazing.
units with access to CAD.
I don't get it.
Check your
But
CAD.
y'all are
Check your CAD. Pictures of possible accused are in there. Not sure if it's going to be them or maybe police.
Command from 1064 acres.
If anyone wants to start scouring Facebook for these pictures, they're going to be going viral here. Probably on Twitter is probably the first place you're going to find
Units
them.
be advised, we're getting reports at 323 Village Drive. 323 Village Drive, apartment 504.
Yeah, so they'll be
that there is
posted
someone
elsewhere.
threatening
So,
5 people
for
with
a lot
a
of people
firearm.
who may follow
At Cedar Village.
live events and things like that don't know, or maybe they do. You know, everyone wants the police
Command
to
from
act fast,
1064
act
acres.
now, go, get in there. But there's a lot of staging that takes place behind the scenes. It's very, very, very tactical.
Acres is clear.
Some people like it, some people don't. They don't understand it.
All right,
I
I'm going to start
understand
working on
it's
getting
just
the
the way
students
it
back
is.
in the caffeine secured.
So they have to wait and sit back, unfortunately, to
622,
get a
are we
game
clear to
plan,
move
get
people from
tactical
Conrad back to Acres?
prepare for what they might be facing. So that way they don't compromise other lives and other situations before they go in. Is it perfect? We don't really know, but it's the way it is now. So that's what some of this is happening right now. They're sitting back, they're forming a plan, and they're getting ready to what they call breach. Now, I did kitchen this a little bit late in the middle of dinner. But as I said, most say, get in there, go get it, make it happen, take it down. You have to be tactical. You can actually risk innocent lives if you just rush with no plan. So that's part of what's going on right now. And that's why they set up, actually, in a situation like this, there's going to be more than one staging area, and there's going to be one main command post where all instructions are going through the lieutenant or the captain or whoever's there tonight. Really scary. This is extremely sad, super unfortunate. And what makes it even worse is that it takes time, and we don't have time. That's what makes it so hard and so sad.
Yeah. I'm just going to see if I can share a little video here right now. This was just from about 30 minutes ago. Report.
Yeah, Tony Fortune said, hey, why are they talking over the audio? I'm sorry if that's what I'm doing. I'm not catching audio on my side at the moment, nor is Scott. It's coming back in. He's trying to reset. So we're going to get the scanners back up in just a moment so you can hear what's going on live, and we will take the back seat.
Again, most of campus is shut down. Grand River Avenue is shut down in front of campus. I was just over there trying to get to this union, which is another scene that police have surrounded. You cannot get onto campus from Abbott Road right now. Grand River is pretty much empty. Police are trying to get people off the sidewalks along Grand River right now. One of our crews saw that scene at IM East over there by the Wharton Center. So, yeah, it is still a very active scene here at Michigan
I don't
State
have that
University.
audio on my end, in case that matters.
Okay, I'm getting it on left channel only on this one.
Copy.
There's one picture. Let me see if I can share this one really quickly that we're seeing here. This may be the picture that's going on Facebook. Does not look like law enforcement. this is just a quick take. Because of the Levi's, because of the weird jackets, the length of the jackets doesn't seem to match what a law enforcement officer would be wearing. Also, I'm not seeing insignia. So this is a picture that may be circling on Facebook with 3 shooters. Definitely one of them looks to be holding something longer. The other 2 might be shorter in a downward position, 1 up, 2 down. So that might be the picture that we're looking for here as we're trying to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, I definitely see a long rifle. I definitely see pants, jackets, hoods up. We can't see masks because we can't see the front of their face, but they're definitely concealed from that angle.
Media around 18:22 today. His picture's in the call.
Perry, UK, True Crime. What time of the university? So this is 9:07 p.m. Central Time. I think Michigan's on that same timeline. Little Miss or someone in the chat will correct us, but that's where we're at for the evening. And I'm late to the party, so this started a little bit sooner. Just for a little bit of reference, hopefully within an hour or 2.
So we're trying to get the audio here from the feed. Let's see.
Where are you for?
Toxic, Ola, nope, haven't eaten dinner yet. T-Rox actually in Discord said RA's live, so I hopped over. I was making dinner for others.
37
I served them their plate, and I
Sergeant
ran
Schlegel.
upstairs real quick and got on.
484.
Are you getting this audio, Weather Watch, at all?
I'm no audio outside of you.
RDF 14, we're on 4.
But I don't
We're
know
on
what that
35.
means for the
Cedar
others.
Village, you got a apartment number?
Anybody in chat?
Yep.
If you can put
Can
it
you
if
just
you're
dispatch
hearing
a call?
audio.
I think it might just be
not
you. Let me
Scott.
see if I can fix the Zoom here real quick.
Yep, sorry, we're sorting through the notes. It's going to be, the address they gave was 323 Village Drive, apartment 504. The resident in 504 could hear someone out there threatening someone with a gun.
10 4 seconds.
Okay.
RTF 5, do you have a location? Go ahead.
UNH 944 to dispatch. Who all do we have in Union Hall other than Clinton SOT? I understand there's some officers on the other floors.
Yep, there's a group of LPD officers.
Dispatch for Medic 12.
Yes.
Medic 12.
Medic 12. For our command, we're just holding our spots for now.
Okay, I just fixed you. You got audio now.
Got it. Apologies back to
636, the subject at Acres Hall are police. I am with them. We are 10-2 and secure.
Okay.
Clinton SOT, can I get the location of the LPD officers inside Union Hall?
Where's Union Hall on the
671,
campus?
I'm at the Union Hall to the northwest entrance, stairwell on first level.
Officer Forbes, can you advise exactly where you are?
Our team has every stairwell covered.
Okay, LPD's in the stairwells. Copy.
Is there anyone near Valley Court Park? Valley Court Park getting reports of a subject walking with a long gun.
A lot of these calls are going to be police officers.
Can I 40 feet around?
We're in your park behind Mercy here.
Be advised, we're now getting reports of 1050 Waters Edge, 1050 Waters Edge, hearing shots fired, getting lots more calls from that area now.
Okay, so
RDF 14, the area is clear. We are in Cedar Village. We are not hearing any shots fired at this time.
Copy, RTF 14 in Cedar Village, not hearing anything at this time.
Clinton SOT, we're making contact on the first floor with students.
Copy.
Basement of Hubbard is clear. Basement of Hubbard is clear.
Copy, basement of Hubbard is clear.
React 12, we just finished basement of Hubbard. We can move to Valley Court Park.
It's a really large campus.
Command post for all units at Union Berkey. All units at Union and Berkey go to East Lansing MSU Ops. All other units stay on the Berkey and Union to Ops.
Copy. All units at Union or Berkey switch to East Lansing MSU.
The South Hubbard Hall clear.
So they're clearing Hubbard Hall still down here.
Cedar Village is clear.
Copy. Cedar Village is clear. Getting reports at Holden Hall East. Holden Hall East for a white male, black jacket and jeans, carrying an MSU Union paper bag and walked into this building. They thought it was suspicious.
Troopers, what was the last known on that pickup?
So correct us in chat. Is this in Lansing, Michigan? If so, I think I've been here about 5 times.
Yes.
The last known was at Mayo Hall, North Campus. They saw a gray truck pulled into the back, then drove down the wrong direction of travel towards the north, towards the neighborhood.
Copy.
347.
47.
React Team 12 was dispatched to Hubbard Hall to clear that. Can you give me a status of Hubbard Hall? We cleared the basement.
Hubbard Hall's right here.
Basement of Hubbard is clear.
The basement.
2 43 UTL Valley Court.
Copy for 2 shots heard right.
Oh, man. We're hearing that those 3 pictures, they may be officers. It seems weird to have one in a long coat just because of the difficulty of accessing tools on the belt.
1050 Waters Edge is clear. Nothing seen or heard.
Copy. 1050 Waters Edge is clear.
RTC 7 in Route Collingwood. Repeat the numbers.
208 Collingwood. Reports of 2 shots heard.
Troop 3's over at Collingwood right now.
Copy.
The burner phone is going nuts right now, you guys. I do have a burner phone number for tips and contact. It's just buzzing constantly as you guys are sending in new tips and news bits that you're seeing from around the different sources. So many special forces are showing up on the scene that are not in uniform.
Are there any units in the basement of Snyder, Phillips? We're getting reports of an unknown male walking around the basement near the water boiler.
I trust you. Which hall are you talking about?
Problem is, a lot of the officers that are inside these buildings don't have radio contact out. They've struggled with being inside some of these older buildings, communicating back to the radio towers.
Okay. Are there units still at Cedar Village knocking on doors at all?
RDF 14, none of us were knocking on doors. We cleared 2 buildings, but didn't knock on any doors.
Okay.
Negative.
Fox 10 Phoenix is
RDF
video on the ground.
14,
Thank you very much,
we did have
Heidi.
a
Let me
team
see if
that
I can
knocked
find
on
that.
room 504. 504.
Okay. We have 323 Village Drive calling, advising someone banging on the door, claiming they're with the fire department.
5 Charlie 2. Can you copy this traffic, please?
Go ahead.
Okay. Reference the traffic about someone walking around near a boiler. Which residence hall was that? And also, I believe we're out that gray pickup truck. You can copy a plate. We are at Snyder Hall.
Sorry. Okay, here we go. This is Fox 10 on the ground right now. You can see this looks like something out of Mexico
Ford
with
F-150,
officers in the back of pickup trucks.
Zebra 2, Adam 4-1. I'm out with 1136 and 5520.
Dispatch 944. Clear. 2013 Ford F-150 valid through 2023 to a Jacob Jones out of Onondaga. That might be police.
Clear.
622 command post.
So they just ran a license plate on a vehicle, and it turned out to be a police officer.
Or dispatch 944.
Yeah.
Lenora 2, nothing here, Valley Court Park.
I'm going to turn on the
Copy.
audio
Is
from the
RTF team at 137 Grove knocking on the door now?
TV station as well.
Yeah, taken into custody.
Acres Hall is where we find our Randy Wimbley.
Guys in the basement of the Union Hall there. What door do you want us to come in through?
I don't know if there was an active shooter out there. I wouldn't. Hey guys, sorry.
Dispatch Trooper 3.
Why are you laughing at me, Weatherwatch?
Do not disturb activated.
Yeah, I apologize. Sorry, Dilly.
We have a lot of people in Conrad Hall that came from Acres. Is Acres clear to send them back in?
Acres is clear.
Copy. Acres is clear.
Officers at Conrad are going to start shepherding people back to Acres from Conrad.
So this is Acres. The video we're seeing right now is Acres. Officers are bringing them into Acres from other places. Let's see. Check the burner.
So some in chat, we apologize if we overspeak the scanner. We try to insert some commentary when we can and try to cut out before, but we don't know where they're going to speak. Some want to hear the commentary and some don't. So if we do overspeak, we do apologize. Either way, thanks for sharing your opinion because it'll help us tone it down a little bit and we'll be more patient with our commentary. So thank you.
Trooper 3, are you able to get eyes in the wooded area of Owens Hall? Getting reports of 2 subjects with firearms in the wooded area. Again, Owens Hall, wooded area. And they got out of a dark-colored Ford.
We'll be able to, once this guy gets checked here, I don't want him driving away.
That sounds like law enforcement, too.
5 Charlie 2.
Ivan, are you on Discord?
From Snyder.
Copy.
I'd say the best way to reach out to Matthew is over Discord. I don't have a direct
He's at
contact for him.
RTF 2 en route to Abbott.
Weatherwatch's voice is totally different non-weather. Yeah. When we're not talking about scattered tornadoes, it's a different tone.
For the 3 officers walking together there, the building is to your right that we're looking at. And when you go around the corner, that one Jeep will be, you'll see dumpsters as you make that corner, and then one Jeep is going to be to the right of those, still occupied by them. I haven't seen the lights come on yet.
There's a police helicopter in the air over this, who's clearing areas using thermal
Team
imagery.
15, are you still on Bow Street?
Team 15-4.
Okay, so you're calling.
3, where we need it.
Which team was that?
React 12.
Copy, React 12, so clear. We'll just be advised we're now getting calls that at Bessie Hall, shots are being fired in the hallways. React Team 12, can you point that way?
Round. Yeah, for the officers, that white Jeep is going to be back behind you, far into the parking lot. At Abbott Hall, one's going to be back behind you, far east side of the parking lot.
Okay.
And be advised, we're now getting a call at STEM Building. STEM Building, 1 shot heard, possibly coming from the inside. Just 1 caller so far from STEM Building.
RTF 14. I've got 2 cars going with me to STEM.
Copy, RTF 14 with 2 cars going to STEM.
RTF 11, we'll be en route too.
Copy, RTF 11 en route to STEM.
Trooper 3, are we on top of that vehicle now?
RTF 14 in the Bessie Hall. What was it on? Here.
Guys at 261 Rampart Way, getting reports of a vehicle circling the office.
Anyway, so we guys have that This Jeep is all the way to the east, the opposite end of the parking lot you guys were just in. There's another set of dumpsters and the Jeeps behind it.
Copy.
We're just listening. This reports are coming in constantly. The officers are just scrambling from one side of campus to the other. There clearly seems to be something happening at multiple locations. We've heard the dispatch say there may be as many as 3, mostly because of the photograph that's been circling in social media. I believe that's the photograph we shared with you, the 3 subjects with long guns on a Snapchat photo.
Yeah, and Scott, you mentioned earlier, there actually is a good chance that a lot of the Leo on scene don't have all the facts.
Getting reports of a vehicle circling the office.
The way radio comms work with Leo, it's very limited from dispatch. So some are going to have more, and some are going to have less.
This Jeep is all the way to the east, the opposite end of the parking lot you guys were just in. There's another set of dumpsters and the Jeeps behind it.
Copy.
Again, everyone chat, we're trying to give some commentary where we can, but we're trying to be respectful of dispatch to let them patch in and you guys hear that raw audio and not interrupt. If we do, we're sorry, but it's just kind of the way it goes with delays and how YouTube works.
Going back to that previous feed we saw, you can now see, oops, that's the wrong one here. Let me pull this up. Too many monitors, not enough switches. Here we go.
347.
37.
RTF 16 to Bessie Hall, room 313. Deploy them, please. They're mobile in a vehicle. Betsy Hall.
Copy, RTF 16.
You can see the fire trucks
we're here.
have staged here.
Okay, is anyone knocking on the door?
We're at Bessie as well.
Okay, is anyone knocking at the door of room 313? Because they're calling, advising they can see boots from under the door.
The dispatch is doing an amazing job with this.
They really are. And for those who don't know, a lot of times the biggest quorum is dispatch drops the ball for Leo or first responders. But this dispatch is relaying information tremendously. They can only relay what they get, but sometimes they can feel a situation and maybe give a little bit more or less or diffuse. This dispatch, in my opinion,
Is
is doing
there a
a
way
really,
somebody
really good job.
can text the picture that was sent into Central Dispatch of the process back to my personal phone? You can compare it with some footage, please.
Yeah, 10-4, I told your number. Do you want to give it to me, ops?
10-4. I got civilians coming out of Bessie.
Southward? South stairwell. Copy, civilians coming out of Bessie.
Hey, beautiful waterfall. I see that text. I see the image. There's a alleged
347.
identifying a
Dispatch
victim or a
RTF
suspect.
18 to that location for witnesses and victims.
I'm going to hold off on posting that
18 to
until
go
I
to
hear
Bessie.
just a little more.
RTF 8 make contact with a bunch of students coming out of Wharton parking ramp.
And for Trooper 3, we have a wood line that still needs to get cleared. We can head there now.
I think we're going to find when this is all sorted out.
Copy.
That fireworks were probably used to scare people.
RTF 14.
It sounds like that was.
Units on this channel, loud bang coming from 1217 North Grand River, 1217 North Grand River.
What side of the building are you on? I can come to the south side, open the door for you.
Yep, we're coming to you.
Hey, Jim, I can't show the photo until I can authenticate it.
It
is identifying somebody by name and by picture. And if I'm wrong,
have been
then
evacuated. They're down
it's my channel
onto
online.
the east side. They're advising there was a male with a red Stanford hoodie hunkering down, trying to get into doors, moving northbound in the hallway. We're checking the hallways.
You said a red hoodie?
Red or burgundy.
A Stanford hoodie?
Copy, last thing wearing a red or burgundy hoodie.
And one report of possibly green.
RT4 is at Bessie.
Turning wall 1.
Tracy, we do have tactical teams on other channels up there.
22 has Wharton parking garage been cleared? The 8-man team, we're going to clear this parking garage.
Copy.
Just pushed out about 100 people towards the street.
We got access to Betsy on the south side.
Copy, just be advised, from room 108, the caller can hear screaming. Room 108 at Bessie, they can hear screaming coming from the room.
Unfortunately, that's not extremely helpful. It could just be somebody who's terrified about being locked down. All these calls, the police are trying to pull and go different directions. They've got teams that are trying to respond. They're trying to act quickly. They want to intervene as soon as possible. But the dispatch is trying to track everything, and Command Central is, the command center at the president's house is also trying to keep our tabs on
command from Battalion 42.
Everything that's happening as well. And
This
it's not easy.
Yeah, and they're something of this magnitude. They're going to have city police,
Go again.
they're going to have city police, campus police, and county sheriffs all together in this call. Therefore, you've got multiple commanders. You've got different posts. You've got everyone communicating together for different posts, different angles, different everything.
RTF2, contact at 108. We've got about 40 students. They're all coming out.
Copy, 40 students coming out of 108 room at Bessie. Units be advised, we're also getting reports.
I don't think she cut her feet, but you'll have different departments, different leaders, different
Near
command posts.
327 Hillcrest. 327 Hillcrest, they can see 2 males walking towards the Big B. Unknown if they have any weapons, but one subject is limping and one has a hood up. We have gotten multiple calls for a subject limping.
That is useful.
Yeah.
The FBI has been dispatched. Yeah, I can't imagine how a parent of a student up there would feel right now, trying to get information out of them. There's a good chance the radio traffic is as far as phones are concerned, it's spotty as far as the coverage goes, just because of so many people trying to use it at once.
For all units, we're getting reports that it's 6170 Abbott. 6170 Abbott at the quarters. Shots fired hard, and people are believing the shooters are there.
Yes, this is live radio traffic.
347, RTF 18, led by an LPD star, guys heading that.
Copy, RTF 18, show you en route.
RT 19 is going to be Grand River and Abbott, scene security.
There's just going to be so many agencies involved. It's such a mess. There's so many
For all
undetermineds.
units in command post, be advised we had someone just call 911, advise that there are explosives placed on campus, and then they disconnected.
Oh, my goodness.
Central Bomb Squad is on scene. If anyone comes across anything, we're available.
Okay, we are trying to get that phone number and see if there's anything we can do with it.
Clear.
I don't think students in this situation would want to make that call. It's probably from somebody who's worried that they're going to be caught and they're trying to make their
Advised
escape.
we did have a phone call. The shooter advised that they did place 1015s in buildings on campus just for off-safety and for further info. Center 2230.
I got to give them the mileage. 484. Go ahead.
Are there any units at Holden Hall West? Holden Hall West?
Starting mileage be 802.
The reason you're hearing multiple the same.
Units that can check these 2 subjects who are near Crunchies on Grand River. They keep saying 2 subjects and one's limping.
The reason why you're hearing this,
RTF 11,
2 different dispatchers basically
Copy.
say the
RTF
same
11,
thing.
show you that checking the area of Crunchies.
This scanner is actually
264.
scanning multiple frequencies, and so you're hearing multiple agencies relating information.
There's a 1015 threat. Still
1015
getting
is
further
explosives.
information if you want to read line 734. That's line 734.
There's 4 of us at Crunchies. We're UTL right now. We're checking.
Copy. Unit at Stanfield.
Your previous 14.
Oh, yeah. On the 3rd floor having a mud pack. Are you...
So we've got radios trying to cover. Sorry, the radios trying to cover each other.
Supervisor.
Doesn't matter to me.
Or Bessie right there. We cleared all that. You can come in here with us.
For the unit at STEM, the person's advising there at the 3rd floor personal space room.
We're getting there's a good chance that the scanner feed will actually be cut on this one. That because of the threat of or the risk of the.
And the unit I just sent a picture back to the
Because of the threat of the suspects hearing the actual traffic, they might cut these feeds. So we might lose ears on the ground.
See Hall 3rd floor there. There's a shelter in place and scene.
Just sworn. Email. 10-4 incoming.
So briefing at 11.
Command post for all RTF teams. Once your assignments are complete, return to command post. Command post for all RTF teams. Once your assignments are complete, return to the command post for reassignment.
Delta unit, go for 100 statewide 2.
Yeah, that.
Yes, sir. Can you? 702-1166.
Send a lean message or get a hold of State Police Incident Command in Lansing. Find out what the cross streets are on their mobile command post.
703, go ahead. 264.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that. They were told to move up by PD. Would you like them to stay here, or? UTL subjects at Crunchies will be clear that area.
Copy UTL Crunchies.
Yeah, that's fine. Just stay there.
It's possible that some of the complaints
For
are
all
calls that
units,
came
be
in.
advised we're getting reports of hearing gunshots in McDonald Dining Hall.
McDonald Dining
Correction, in Brody. Brody Dining Hall, reports of shots fired. We're also getting reports as well, possibly coming from McDonald Hall West.
RTF 17 cast
So
with
that's
that.
back up here. This is the top. So we had Hubbard Hall down here in the middle. We can get it to zoom in here. There we go. So we had Hubbard Hall down here. That's where they made entry. Acres, and then right up here, Hubbard or McDonald Hall right here is where we're hearing reports of right now. So it's all been in this general area recently.
Bomb squad, go ahead, man.
Be advised, we're receiving a report at Owen Hall West. Owen Hall West, we saw a caller advise they heard a van show up to the loading dock and unload something, and they think it could possibly be explosive.
Clear Owen Hall West. We can be en route. We're be a few minutes getting out. Address.
There's a very slight delay on the police scanner. Usually about 10
Yep,
seconds.
735 East Shaw. 735 East Shaw Lane.
Yes, these could all be distractions.
Clear 735. Yeah, Shaw.
Unfortunately, everybody who's doing anything in the area now is going to be viewed as suspicious. Any late-night delivery, the FedEx driver dropping off some packages, anything, all of them will be treated as if they're explosives. So hopefully you don't have a package delivery tonight. Your Uber Eats might be detonated by the bomb squad at this point. Just unfortunate timing as all this is going down.
So true. Imagine that lot. It's going to be halted, stopped, and blocked off, and not even there.
Already, the driving around the campus is impossible. The roads are blocked off all over the place, and officers themselves are having difficulty moving around outside to get to the other side without going through campus. Driving right down the main streets through campus is risky. Of course, if you've got an active shooter, you want to have a safe route. So many things they have to deal with here.
Yeah, I've been to this place about 3-4 times, and it's gorgeous campus, absolutely gorgeous. It's a bit spread out. It's been a while though, so I'm trying to figure out what the law enforcement are trying to piece together and what they're doing. That I can't do, but it's not as condensed as some other campuses I've been to. Like I said, it's been a while.
RTF2, I think we're outside Campbell.
903 to either the coal units on Meridian Main.
Contact, go ahead.
SUV that's been checked. John 2616, leaving the Wharton ramp.
You said John 2616?
903 dispatch. Have several units that are available for calls. The Cole sisters, Officer Strauss, or Officer Mandernack, and Acker. They are available for calls. Just checking to see if them are available right now.
Reacting to Zach Campbell Hall.
903 dispatch.
Copy, React Team 2 at Campbell Hall. Go ahead.
What room are we going to?
3 units I just talked about. They can go to any calls that are in the county that are priority right now. Feel free to use them for East Lansing calls, anything that's holding.
We're still trying to figure that out. We've got a picture of a text chain where they're advising that the accused is possibly in a dorm room with his group of friends. We'll try to get further.
Right, where do you want these people?
I'm going to read you the comment we got. This came from the Greater Lansing Area Public
Do you want
Safety.
me to take the 9 Boston 68 off?
It says, live shooter, mass shooting and scene. Michigan State University, multiple fatalities have been reported by first responders. Update, shooter is still at large. Suspect has been described by witnesses as a short black male wearing mask, MSP Trooper. That's from MSP Trooper.
Border Patrol 700, Delta 122. Over to Longdon.
So we're trying to see everything
Copy, is there
here.
another RTF unit?
All the other
Go
buttons.
to Campbell.
By Ingham County. I got the address. I'm ready to copy.
16's en route.
Disgruntled Eagles fan.
Copy.
Oh, man.
182.
Result of war. The day is coming when you won't be far off. I
It's
don't
clear.
think it's here yet.
That one vehicle was checked, and we're letting them go.
It's 10-4. I ran that plate. It was clear. For units, be advised, we're getting reports that by the hub that they see unknown male, black mask with a black bag. Unknown is involved near the hub again.
He's just walking. He's just walking. I mean, it's just everybody's a suspect right now.
122 at last is going to be 617 West Circle Drive, East Lansing. Again, 617 West Circle Drive,
It's going to be Callie's house. Charlie Oscar with Lima Echo Sierra. Callie's house.
RT4 can go there.
Copy, RT4.
484.
It's essentially not now.
Copy, 617 West Circle Drive.
Similar, sir.
484. Tampa, I'm gonna switch back to statewide 1, and we're gonna have SQ HQ1 on our other radios. We're currently in Lansing.
Send for it. We're monitoring all three, sir.
So we might have to pull in some more audio channels here.
9 Boston 68.
RTF5, are there any other units at STEM?
9 Blanco.
Any other units still at STEM?
RTF5, we are still trying to find our medical in here, but we have multiple rooms barricaded with people inside. We're still going to try to find the medical and then evac all these people out.
I'll have them both serve the trouble subject on Abbott Road. 2673 Abbott Road. Caller's roommate, Zenev Zeta, 22-year-old female, wearing a purple top and green pants, was threatening to shoot Haley, the caller. This did come in at 21:03, so there's about an hour delay.
If you look on Twitter, MSU actually conducted a live active shooter drill
17 out of
about 5 months ago. So they're pretty fresh up on this. So I believe they're
Copy, RT4.
they're ready for this, but at the same time,
484.
no one's ready for it.
Copy, 617 West Circle Drive.
Similar, sir.
484. Tampa, I'm gonna switch back to statewide 1, and we're gonna have SQ HQ1 on our other radios. We're currently in Lansing.
Hey,
AC
we're
Watts.
monitoring all three, sir.
It's hard for an update. If you can throw on Google.
9 Boston 68.
RTF5, are there any other units at STEM?
9 Blanco.
Any other units still at STEM?
RTF5, we are still trying to find our medical in here, but we have multiple rooms barricaded with people inside. We're still going to try to find the medical and then evac all these people out.
I'll have them both serve the trouble subject on Abbott Road. 2673 Abbott Road. Caller's roommate, Zenev Zeta, 22-year-old female, wearing a purple top and green pants, was threatening to shoot Haley, the caller. This did come in at 21:03, so there's about an hour delay.
Hey, DMB, I got that link for News 10.
17 out of Iron West.
They're interviewing people. I'm trying to follow the police
9.
traffic a little closer. The
15
interviews
and 7. I can help
gonna
out
be
with
dated
mutual
as
aid
far
if they
as
want as well.
information goes.
Time for it.
Thank you for
Probably
that.
outside their room.
RCAP 1-3, we're going there as well.
1-4 also.
15 and 7. For now, I'm just holding some suspicious person calls that could possibly be related to the incident on campus, so I don't want to send just one unit to those.
And just let me know if you need me.
For the team that's still looking for the medical, they're based by the elevators. They possibly reply. They're at 3002 or 3004.
Of course, thank you.
What county is Lansing in? Is that in Ingram County?
I don't know the county.
And units be advised, we have a caller outside of Gilcrest Hall. Gilcrest Hall, they heard one shot coming from the south side of the building. Their unit. Go ahead.
You got that last from the shot at Gilcrest.
No, you think they're unit.
1033. Black. I think it's in the channel. Edward Lincoln Ball 978. Real near tennis court. Black shirt, black winter hat. Report me that.
Battalion 42 from Battalion 43, 403.
Go ahead.
Ron Harrison from Shaw.
We're at 16 ambulances in staging now.
Excuse me, 18.
Okay.
For
So it's in Ingham County. Just trying to bring in one
RTF
more.
14, can you clear at Holmes? It was 511 that we're going to.
Yep, room 511 at Holmes Hall East.
For the STEM building.
Units, we're also receiving information for a black pickup truck and a small sedan on Birch that keeps driving by slowly. RDF 5.
It's not going to be the shooter at this point. There's so many
Advise
police
on
over there.
BNE
They're not gonna be
2311
driving
North
back
High
and forth on the
Street.
streets.
Golden Palo crashed in the building here. Ended up leaving with some items out of the house.
RDF 5, we found our female medical. We brought her out to the south side of the STEM building. We do not have a medic here for her. If we can get one started her way. And we're going to start evacuating all these classrooms that are barricaded with students inside.
Okay.
They need it back for that 35. Or do you have
Go ahead.
units downtown?
12. We're at Bessie Hall. We're
Yeah, I have
52.
nobody. Everybody's at
Do we
MSU
have a
right
point
now.
where
If
we
you
can
would be
send
able
them yet, or
to
are we
go
holding
out
them
there,
in
that'd be
place?
awesome. It's 2311 North High
They need it
Street,
back for that.
Golden.
Or do you have
I'm going to turn that one off. That's a county feed that's doesn't seem as involved.
Yeah, I have nobody. Everybody's at MSU right now. If you would be able to go out there,
That's
that'd be
a duplicate,
awesome. It's 2311 North High Street, Golden Palo occupied by...
Figure it out.
I have a video of them coming out of the building with items.
Respond for an asthma attack at STEM. Scene is secure.
Okay. We'll check and advise.
I really appreciate you guys.
Westbound from River. Victor, westbound from River, they see two white males with weapons. There's a 1 minute delay.
Did anyone acknowledge my last traffic?
RTF 18. Have it clear. We're headed back.
Copy, yeah, it's clear.
Yes, I'm checking with Unified Command.
Thank you.
RTF 17, we have an open door at IM West.
Copy, open door, I am on.
Open door is an issue because they've gone into lockdown.
617.
So everything should be shut.
Just got information over in the landing cafeteria that there are some people up on the 3rd floor of the Union that are waiting to be escorted out. If the building clearing team will try to get a more exact location.
Thanks, Paul.
Copy. Any team at the Union, were you clear on that? 3rd floor, there's a group of people still locked down in a room, unknown room number at this time.
RTF 17, IM West secured.
Copy. Are there any units at Brody Hall?
MSP 1030.
Lincoln.
The hall, I wanted to verify that there were police in Brody.
Turning for staging.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a attack team inside clearing.
Copy.
Command advises we cannot
gave you
send
the
a medic
boot.
from Wharton. Said the city will cover it.
Sorry about that.
Attack team's on the roof.
I've got you on my screen. I can see you. Right
Copy.
So we got at least 30 people coming out of Brilliant Hall.
I see that.
Fired, I am Sport Circle. I am Sport Circle for shots fired.
RTF 21,
Deploy those.
Copy, RTF 21, I am Sport Circle for reports of shots fired.
So none of these shots fired would be police
Command
officers.
post to
If
center to be
any
advised
officers
for
started
staging area
shooting,
for
we would hear on the
students. Once
radio
we're
immediately.
evacuated as a Langdon Hall.
1635.
Go ahead.
Give me the numbers on high again, please.
2311 2311.
484.
Go ahead.
617, you can disregard. They were in Campbell Hall, which we told them to stay where they are. For the Union, nobody on the 3rd floor.
Can you advise me, Tom Logan, advise me of this call? 204.
Clear, I'm going to I am Circle. 9 Boston 68.
Good.
Can I have you point towards the alarm? It's going to be 1018 Hazlitt Road, Meridian Sun Golf Course, trip to the clubhouse dining room motion.
Golf course.
Okay.
RDS
It's going to be down here. Hey, Thomas, what do you think about that? Should they stick with the shooter at the campus or check out the golf course?
We're running into so many people sheltered in place in some of these buildings. Can you ask someone from MSU
Easy
administration
perimeter.
if we can maybe send out an additional alert? Continue shelter in place at this time.
So that,
per command, we can disregard that. Send in the next, please.
Yeah, 10-4, see what I can do.
484.
10-4.
the world looks awfully flat up here from this vantage point.
Command post for the units at Bessie and for all units. Students are going to be transported to the pavilion, but I'll need a hold in place right now while they're transported out. So Bessie, those 50 students get hold.
6-8, I'm going to have you head towards a fight for East Lansing, 1416 Hazlitt Road. 2 males and 1 female were outside the apartment verbally fighting.
Now's not the time to get in a domestic.
See if they give us a street address.
484, be cleared from that call.
Good. 642 Red Road. 642 Red Cedar.
Yep, 10-4. Yep, show me 10-8, please. Thank you.
Second floor. Caller heard someone loading a gun.
What's that?
RTF 1, do you have that?
So let's call second floor for the reports of someone loading a gun.
RTF 1 heard on the way.
I think everyone would be loading their gun about
Command
now.
from Livingston Regional SWAT.
What do you say, Thomas?
93, I'm downtown.
I'm trying not to interrupt the dispatch. I'm not on screen. I don't know if you care or not, and I don't. Just let me know.
Yes, sir. We're on location at Brody. We just cleared a rooftop. Would you like us to respond somewhere?
RTF 1-3, you guys can come out of the lobby. Let's meet back out at the cars. We're going to go mobile.
They have been clearing place after place after place. Rooftops cleared, certain rooms, certain levels cleared. This is a collaboration. Everyone between.
We sent in Meridian 93 to that Red Cedar call.
Is there any teams, 6th floor of Holmes Hall East?
Copy. Medic 93 taking the asthma attack at STEM. 642 Red Cedar. South side. PD's bringing the patient out.
East Lansing 25, that's all.
Okay, we just have people calling 911. Just wanted to make sure it was you guys.
I can't sit up here. Okay, trying to get you on screen here.
Medic 93, we're en route.
Someone got out for you.
627, we have 3 teams clearing IM Circle currently. 3 teams clearing IM Circle.
Copy, 3 teams clearing IM Circle.
5-6, I got a 3-man team at the Human Energy Research Laboratory entrance here, room 27.
You said where at? I'm sorry.
I am Circle at the Human Energy Research Laboratory, room 27. I got a 3-person team here.
Okay.
Command post for the Livingston team at Brody. You can return back to the command post and check in with tactical command at the command post.
5 Charlie 1.
5 Charlie 1.
So DMB, we're trying not to interrupt it. You're right. You're going to have Michigan State
There's a door
Police.
that's been
You're going to
locked
have
open, room 27.
City Police, and you're going to have
Human
county
Energy Research
sheriffs
Laboratory.
all involved in
We're
this.
going to hold here for a few more.
You're going to have 3 to 4 to 5
Copy.
agencies involved.
Open door.
already.
Door lodge open. Room 27. Human Energy Research at IM Circle. We're going to hold the air 2255.
1635.
The basement south entrance to IM Circle.
Trying to find a feed I can put in the main
Go ahead.
box while I have the rest of us in
Copy.
the other one. So it's going to be just
In
one
the area.
second.
Very good. Everyone, we're trying to not talk or give commentary as much as possible between all the feeds.
For units
from
referencing
dispatch.
West Wilson Hall. West Wilson Hall getting lots of reports of a black Dodge Ram circling over and over. White male wearing an overcoat and jeans with boots is pacing in front of the building.
347, dispatch RTF 8.
1615 1635 on LA North.
Copy. RTF 8, respond to Wilson Hall West. Wilson Hall West for a black Dodge Ram making loops.
LT approved overtime. I'm going to be heading over to the residence.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of overtime tonight for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a feed on the ground. This is Fox 10, I believe, on the ground. Or Fox 2, sorry about that. Zach, you sent something to the burner phone. Let me take a quick look here. Sorry, I'm just getting flooded with calls.
Units and I am circle. There's a group of people barricading in the men's locker room on the ground floor, just for your info.
10-4. Room 20. I am circle.
Okay, quick look at this one here. Map of shots reported. Here we've got campus. You can see over here on the bottom right-hand corner. This is the Hubbard Hall, the Acres Hall, McDonald Hall. These locations here.
1615 to 1635 on LA North. Were you trying to call me?
Is there an additional RTF group that can meet at IM Circle to help clear the room?
GS-17 en route.
Okay.
RT4 can go.
Negative.
RTF-11, we have a red Mustang at high rate of speed going westbound with unknown plate.
From where?
Eastbound Auditorium.
Copy. Eastbound Auditorium for a white Mustang.
Over.
Eastbound from Auditorium, white Mustang, high rates of speed, white male driver, unknown plate.
That was a red Mustang.
Red Mustang.
18.
Details. It's a Mustang.
Copy.
People
Be
are running.
advised,
You
we're
can
now
see
getting
people.
reports at Bryan Hall. Bryan Hall on the 3rd floor, shots heard. Again, Bryan Hall, 3rd floor, shots heard.
This is just mayhem.
It's a nightmare.
Crazy.
It's a nightmare for law
it is.
enforcement.
It's 100% nightmare for law enforcement. There's 3 to 4 dispatches giving out orders and information, and we all know that's always halfway kind of there. Now you have to rely on those dispatches and those.
We
law
left them
enforcement
as a
to
shelter in
collaborate.
place, and we are clear. We're headed back to the command post.
Copy.
It sounds like if there are multiple shooters, they're using their ability to be at multiple
South
locations.
Pennsylvania. Male trying to get into our
drop people.
callers' vehicle.
Back and forth.
Advising.
Tactic.
Callers back on the line now. Advising. Says male's back in his driveway. Callers making threats to hurt him. That is clear.
For units hearing, getting reports at Wonders Hall. Wonders Hall for a burst of 3 to 4 shots just now, as well as coming from McDonald Hall again.
Going to listen to the audio here from the interview on the ground.
As we're pulling out, we see 20 plus cop cars all over the place. It was just insane. You know, a little curious. Start going down Grand River towards the Kroger, towards the Michaels, and from Lansing, 7, 8, 9 cop cars going all over the place. And obviously, as we got the MSU alerts, you know, active shooter or whatever, run, hide, fight, we kind of turned on the news, everything, and heard more and more cop cars. We saw an armored vehicle on the road as well. It was just insane, and heard the helicopters and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so his report is pretty much just police response, which you can imagine is,
when you're
is
clear of your
predictably strong.
positions in Holmes Hall. OTF-17 is at IM Sports Circle. Where do you need us?
Just bound 3. Looks like there's quite a bit of 3500 inside.
RTF-2, command. We're in Campbell Hall. Did you guys get an update on a room?
Okay, clear on that. Are you guys going to be clear for call? Medic 93, I'm still trying to get further. It sounds like PD brought the patient out and left the scene.
We did not get any update for Campbell Hall at this time.
So PD brought the patient out and then left her.
Key holders on site.
The police department moved to the next place. It's like we don't have a medic for her.
Can you
so
repeat that?
Just come and get her.
Okay.
Don't know if she was injured in a
Refill.
shooting or some other injury, but she had a medical condition.
Okay, basement and first floor are clear. We're going to be pushing up to level 2. There's multiple people barricading, sheltering in place. About 20 people in the front room. They're secure.
It sounds like the
They've got
police
nothing,
brought the
Sunita.
patient outside to the south side of the building, and then they just left her there.
10-4. Copy. RTF-2 showing you checking the 2nd floor of Campbell Hall, basement and first floor clear.
There was an asthma attack. I think that was a separate one, Brendan.
Continue to search.
RTF-1, we're making entry into Phillips Hall.
Copy. Making entry into Phillips.
Austin 6-8, I'll have you head towards the suspicious person. Planet Fitness, the Meridian Mall. Color saw a black male with a blue hat. He was limping with a long blue sleeve shirt, walking fast on the side of Planet Fitness towards Marsh.
More limping.
Approximately 20 feet ahead along the hall.
Andy, I haven't seen the confirmation yet either.
1-3.
Okay.
The shot fired at Wonders, north or south?
Holding the domestic 6200 South Penn. Got a white male, white female fighting, chasing him around the store.
You were broken. You said there's a group of students at IM Circle?
Yeah. Please circle ahead towards the command post.
Okay.
When this press conference begins, we're
in order to get the information.
We're gonna listen in just to see what data they're gonna give us.
RT11, have you
I'll
heard
turn down the
anything
police
from Gilter Hall?
police
Any
scanner
calls?
during that.
Look at your door on 8.
Melissa, we don't have any reports police have fired on anyone. Everything I've heard is every time the officers go to respond
Police brought the patient outside to the south side
to a
of the
scene
building,
where something was reported,
and then they
nothing's
just left
there.
her there.
Time for it. Copy RTF2 showing you checking the second floor of Campbell Hall, basement and first floor clear.
They're
Okay,
cleared
copy.
floor after floor
we'll
after hall after hall.
continue to search.
As far, but it's very wide.
RTF1, we're making entry into Phillips Hall.
Provide you with the most accurate and updated information. We will not be taking questions at this time, but we will provide another update in an hour. So at midnight, same time, same spot, we will be giving you an additional update. Rosman is spelled R-O-Z-M-A-N.
So this is the pre-press conference notification they give to all the channels, just so the reporters are aware of what's going to happen. But here we go.
So we are very saddened to report that there has been an incident on the campus of Michigan State University. There has been shots fired and a shooting in multiple locations near campus. Please understand that the information that we're sharing right now is preliminary. Our priority right now is the safety of our students and our campus. The information that we're sharing may change, but we are going to be as transparent as we can and share as much information as we can. But that information may change as it's preliminary. This incident started this evening around 8:18 p.m. at Berkey Hall on campus. We received multiple 911 calls of a shooting inside Berkey Hall. Numerous officers responded. We were quickly on scene within minutes, and there we did locate several victims of a shooting. The incident did move to a building in close proximity, the Michigan State University Union building, where there was another report of a shooting immediately following the first incident. Police and emergency responders acted quickly. We tended to the victims at both of those scenes, and there was an overwhelming law enforcement response to campus to help with this situation. I can confirm that there were at least 5 victims. All 5 victims were transported to the hospital.
So no
Some
fatalities
of those victims
yet.
do have life-threatening injuries.
No confirmed fatalities.
The suspect in this incident, and we believe there to be one suspect, was last seen leaving the MSU Union on foot out of the north side of that building. We are just receiving surveillance footage of that suspect that we will be releasing shortly. Initial information is that the suspect is a black male, shorter in stature, wearing red shoes, a jean jacket, and a ball cap. And we will follow up with additional descriptors of that suspect. Community members on and off campus should remain sheltered in place. We immediately launched our emergency notification system and advised the entire MSU campus to shelter in place as this suspect is still outstanding. For people on campus, please do not come to campus. I can't say that enough. For parents, we understand. I can only imagine the emotion that's involved right now. It's going to help us, and it's going to help our response, and it's going to help us identify the shooter, the less people that are on campus at this point. Please do not come to campus. We are doing everything we can to ensure the safety of our campus and all of our students. We currently have hundreds of police officers and law enforcement officials, state, local, and federal, on campus working in a coordinated effort to ensure the safety of campus and identify and apprehend the suspect. All campus activities will be canceled for the next 48 hours, including sporting events, classes, and all campus-related activities. Please follow our Twitter page for updates. We are sharing live updates at that location. I can't stress this enough. You're probably hearing a lot of information and misinformation right now from social media, the scanner, calls that we're receiving that are not accurate. We strongly encourage you to follow the accurate information source, and we will continue to provide as many updates and accurate updates as we can. There has been false reports of additional shootings. There has been false reports of the suspect seen in numerous different locations. Those reports are not accurate. Please follow us for accurate information. As I said, we're very early on in this investigation.
See, with Michigan State
it remains
Police
ongoing, and we are going to continue to meet back here and provide updates on the hour. We wanted to provide as much accurate information as possible right now, and we will continue to do that moving forward. As I said, information is very preliminary at this point, and we are working very hard to gather that information, to accurately get it out to our community, to students, to parents, and to everybody who needs that information. Please know that the safety and security of this campus and our students is our absolute priority at this point. We will meet back here at midnight for an additional update. We will push out some information, including a photograph of the suspect that we just obtained immediately following this briefing. Thank you, and we'll see you back here in an hour.
Okay, so the only frustrating thing about that, he says, don't listen to the scanner for information. They have not given any information other than that they said they were going to have a press conference.
Michigan State
and they
Police,
didn't really release
with the news
anything there.
conference
The calls we're listening to, that's what we've talked about. All this could change. This is a very preliminary, but this is what the dispatch and what the police officers are dealing with. So we get to see what they're dealing with. Obviously, we're not spreading the news thinking this is exactly what's happening as far as, you know, the truth of every single call. Most of these calls are about other officers that people saw with a gun and said, hey, something's suspicious, because they're, you know, people with a gun out in the street. So we're just we're hearing as it happens.
Yeah, and like we said, it's coming from minimum 3 different agencies. It's coming from MSU Police, it's coming from the City Police, and it's coming from the county sheriffs. They're all collaborating, putting together what they can.
42 Bailey. 42 Bailey for the parking lot. Bad and wide.
So I cut myself off on dispatch version.
See if I can bring in another feed that's a little clearer.
And for those that aren't
Hey, Boston
real
one.
close to law enforcement, One of the biggest things that happens in calls is the miscommunication between
Are
dispatch
there
and
any
law
units at
enforcement.
Hubbard Hall?
Hi, we're in 6. We're here to take township and city calls holding.
Okay, I'm going to bring in a different feed.
Frank.
And it's not dispatch's fault. It's the information they're given that they have to relay, that they're telling. So it could be real damning, depending on what they're given
Hey,
by
Boston
a
one.
real erratic.
Hey, Boston 1.
Boston 6 UTL. You got it more.
10-4. Are there any units at Hubbard Hall?
Hi, we're in 6. We're here to take township and city calls holding.
Frank 38 to any LPD units and Bryant. Are you guys able to transition over to Brody Hall?
Just stand by.
Or T4 can go to Brody.
So this started a couple hours ago.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Can we start south on the Lansing, 5006 South Pennsylvania, 5006 South Pennsylvania. Started as a suspicious person trying to get into our caller's vehicle. The caller called back. I spoke to him, and he advised that he will put a bullet in the skull of the gentleman that's outside. I advised him to stay separated, and he got highly agitated with me and disconnected.
Alright, we're gonna full hag it on until we get the next.
10-4. As I'm looking through all these calls, these are all just like welfare checks for on campus, or like suspicious persons that just could be involved. We've knocked down to a priority 3 in case they were involved.
Lots of calls from parents wanting to know if
I'll show
their
you
kids
clear
are
for now.
okay. Friends calling to check on somebody.
ahead.
Cindy Brown, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. Appreciate your
Give us
support.
the update on the Bailey Hall or the Bailey lot, please.
1635.
Fine.
You need it back in there?
They are a boss unit, but if you want to head that way, that'd be awesome.
Give me the numbers.
5006 South Pennsylvania Avenue.
RTF 18.
I'm 60. I'll be clear. Available for priority.
Go ahead.
Do you have units for north?
9068, I'll show you clear.
We're all set at IM Sports. I got another spot for us to go to.
Okay. 347?
The good news is
347.
the command center thinks there's
Yeah,
just one
our
shooter,
township units are covering north and south on right now.
even though police have to respond to every
We've got
possible
Oakland
shooter.
County SWAT team staged at 25 Beale. Is there a specific area you want them to?
Say, I'll have you head towards a suspicious vehicle, 2750, to the 2800 block of Northwind Drive for white SUV. No weapons seen.
347, clear to 346. He has TACCOM.
And then,
Okay. I can stay north if you have high calls on here. Very nice.
Yeah, I actually have a call. Can you swing by 1217 North Grand River, 1217 North Grand River Avenue? I had a caller on the line that said she could hear banging and then she disconnected with me.
Ginger, if that's the case, they probably passed to the hospital, so the police would not have that information.
In the locker room, basement level, that someone's beating on the door outside. Is that us? Confirm.
Thank you.
627, that's we're making contact with about 50 subjects, giving instructions.
copy, 4640, clear now.
1615.
Bye.
10-4.
If you're holding anything priority, I'm available.
Kathy, the Twitter is going to be Michigan State University Police. I'm watching right now for the suspect picture.
You can send us to the next. 10-4.
Okay, do you want to back 1635 on that 1217 North Grand River Avenue, 1217 North Grand River Avenue. Caller said she heard loud banging and then she disconnected with me.
RTF2 command. Resident at 202 Campbell. His video of the shooter. We can't ID him through the video. But just make a note, please.
So that video is going to come out.
Thank you.
Copy, you said Campbell, room 2.
I'm a Boston unit.
Michelle Johnson, something like that's been issued.
Yes, Officer Waldrop's getting the video from him.
Copy.
Boston 61, I'm just going to have you stand by for now. It looks like most of our calls are just related to the ABI incident.
10-4. Medic 93.
For units en route to Brody and Bryan, we're getting more reports of hearing shots fired at Bryan Hall.
Back on scene, station level 1.
I'm going for Bryan Hall. RTF 8, are you available?
We're currently clearing Wilson Hall.
16.
RTF 1, we're clear. Where can we go next?
If you can respond to Bryan Hall on the reports of shots fired, possibly on the third floor.
And we're en route.
So search for Michigan
Area
State
of 22
Police.
South Magnolia, 122 South Magnolia. Caller's Brad, so he went to a couple people running south on Magnolia. Doesn't know if it's related to the university or not.
Clear, en route.
That's going to be your Twitter account. No update yet from them.
SWAT, still on the third floor, Bryan. We're clearing it, no shots have been heard.
10-4.
Okay, copy. RTF1, you clear on that. There's units on there. Nothing heard.
10-4, details and head that way or no?
877, I'm logged in. I'm going to work north-south township.
10-4, thanks.
Kathy, I'm going to put their account name in chat here real quick for you.
11-6 on Main.
1136.
RTF 17, we're clear and available.
Go ahead.
Copy.
That's their Twitter account that I just
We're
posted
going
in
to
chat.
be available for calls until about midnight. Then we got to bounce over to Eaton County.
We're getting reports at Shaw Hall East. Shaw Hall East in the U. Caller can see a black pickup truck and a white sedan. You able to check that?
Gonna check the area, 521 West Maple Street, 521 West Maple Street. Caller's son's on unknown subject with a mask, wearing all black on a child's bike, and had a bag. Possibly had a gun sticking out of the bag, but he wasn't sure. Just wanted the area checked. Been holding for about half hour now.
10-4.
10-4, I'll show you clear. It sounds like most of our calls that are in pending are just being thrown down to a priority 3 and just added to our call if they're involved. Other than that, I'm not really showing anything much that I can send you to.
Andrew Doyle, welcome. Thanks for becoming a member. Welcome to the gallery.
What's the location again?
East.
Yeah, authorized calls just on our way.
Hey, Kirk.
Boston up as well with the
Kirk.
1131, going by 1136. Thank you.
Big shout out to you.
10-4,
CG in
thank
Texas
you.
is awesome. He's been on the channel for quite a
Shaw
while.
Hall East. Shaw
She's been
Hall
on the
East
channel
at
for
the
quite a while.
U. Reports of a black truck and a white sedan out there. And also possibly hearing shots.
En route.
Copy.
Dispatch from TAC Command, what was that RTF unit going to Shaw?
Shaw Hall East for the
Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
RTF 17. 1136.
Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
Can I have you switch to Lansing North? And I'll
Okay,
have you
photo
take a
just
call there?
released. Photo just released from
Go ahead,
MSU
I'm firing
Police
out
and
6 for
Public
Battalion
Safety. This is a different account. This is
Rank
MSU
38
Police.
is the TAC team on the third
I'll
floor.
put that
Bryant, are you guys
link in here.
comms? Williams County SWAT does not have comms.
MSU Police on Twitter just released this photo. We're going to get it here just shortly up on the screen.
We've got a fire alarm going off at the Hub Apartments, 918 East Grand River, right over there by Cedar Village. Just curious how you want us to respond, if you want to do units on scene there or send someone else.
627.
1136, good evening. Really appreciate you guys helping out. You guys go check the area around 155 Cascade Boulevard at University's Edge. It's got a lot of people on the line saying there's a few subjects walking around that look suspicious.
Got the pictures
North,
up just for a
and I'll
second
have
for
take
you.
a call there.
Just loading them right now.
Go ahead on Fireground 6 for Battalion 11.
Rank 38 is the TAC team on the third floor. Bryant, are you guys in comms? Williams County SWAT does not have comms. 5-8 with them. They're about to head back to command post.
Okay.
Third floor is clear at Bryant.
Here's the first picture.
Going off at the Hub Apartments,
The
918
suspect, you can
East
see the
Grand
weapon
River,
there. It looks like
right
it's a
over
pistol.
there by Cedar Village.
From what I can
Just
see
curious
here.
how you want us to
And here's the
respond.
second
If you
picture.
want to do units on scene there
That's where
or
they're
send
getting the
someone else.
information from right here.
627.
Oh,
That's the
1136, good evening.
suspect.
Really
The
appreciate you
shorter
guys helping
black
out.
male, blue
you guys
hat.
go check the area around 155 Cascade Boulevard at University's Edge. It's got a lot of people on the line saying there's a few subjects walking around that look suspicious.
I've got units in the stations to be able to cover that are backfilled. All right, the second floor team of Bryant, we're standing outside waiting for you guys.
Clearing it. Yeah, we'll go check the area.
Good evening, Matthew. Welcome. I didn't see you slide in there. Hope you're doing well. It is kind of a blurry picture, but it's good enough they can get an idea as far as clothing goes.
And 1136, be advised.
It wasn't a long
One
gun.
caller saying there's 3 subjects that are walking back towards the apartment. Carefully long gun. They were 877. Can you reroute that way?
Peter, Saginaw.
877, 10-4.
10-4, thank you. 160.
60.
We've cleared the first floor of East and West McDonald. Where was the call at for the shots? For the last unit, if you could respond to the Hub apartments with fire alarm going off there just for scene security for the fire department.
1-3 on the way.
I know, guys.
You got a line in front of us? Yes, sir.
So it's a male.
Just advised
Definitely
for
male.
877. I'm coming from the Lansing Post right now. Should be there in about 15 minutes or so.
877, clear on that.
For units be advised in front of 616 MAC, 616 MAC Avenue, reports of an unknown male wearing a red jacket with the hood up, walking with a backpack in his hand, unknown if related.
Yeah, it does not match the description that the MSU police just released.
Durango.
9 Boston 68. Can I have you head towards the suspicious vehicle?
Right, TF9, we're in Acres.
Hey, Boston 1.
Okay, thank you. Just have someone calling 911 to verify.
Hey, Boston 1.
It's going to be College Road and Jolly Road for red SUV.
Looks like
Koski,
we'll
you're
be
right.
out the accused here.
I can just say it's definitely not a long gun. You couldn't fit a long gun in that coat.
Clear. Clear it. Go ahead.
1615, just drove around the block of Magnolia. It's looking like it's clear.
Thank you so much.
5-8, all police units are out of Bryan Hall. Livingston SWAT's coming to the command post.
Copy, units are clear, Bryan Hall.
Command post.
Andy, they're also giving us information from people who were at the scene, so it's a combination of those
16,
pictures
15.
as well as the reports at the scene.
Sweeps are done at the pavilion. We're available. We also have a second team here if you need something.
Copy. 521 West Maple, 521 West Maple. Caller sons on unknown subject with a mask, wearing all black on a child's bike, and carrying a bag, possibly a gun sticking out of his bag, but they're not 100% sure. Left hand northbound on Pine, but holding for about 45 minutes. Just want the area checked.
Clear. I'll go check it.
Thank you.
RTF 1 to reroute at the Hub. You know what fire station?
410, we're outside. Did they want contact or just us to check around?
I think just for scene security, let me check.
2K943 UTL MAC.
Copy, 2K943, UTL, MAC, thank you.
Yeah, clear.
Hey, there's too many of me.
Go ahead.
Clear on the left.
There we go.
10-4, I'll show you clear.
And for the...
Armstrong Hall is going to be cleared, all 4 floors. We got different teams going in.
Copy, Armstrong Hall is clear.
Hey, Boston 1.
Boston 1.
Clearing Armstrong.
Meridian, be advised your medics are responding 90 Granite Road for 84-year-old male. He has Parkinson's and is having difficulty getting out of bed. Clear 2322.
Correction, clearing Armstrong.
I don't know what this dude's deal is, but he's moving along. He's walking southbound towards Jolly, so we're out talking with RP.
Clear.
You clear?
RP's the person who reported the...
There are any teams at Owen Hall?
RTF 1, we're clear. We can head to Owen if you need someone there.
20 Adam 4 on North.
20 Adam 4.
Myself and 20 Adam 2 are available for any calls you might have.
Further. I appreciate that.
It sounds like someone's trying to try doorknobs on Owen Hall, getting a better description. Fifth floor of Owen, chasing doorknobs.
1635.
1635.
347, dispatch RTF 28 to support that, please.
Check the area of Grand River, UTO.
Copy, RTF 28, show you en route to Owen Hall, 5th floor.
Team 13, coming to the Dodge.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Kyo, check 3140 East Michigan, Gateway Loft. Male was screaming, get out in the parking lot in front of here. It was a white male, black hoodie, black pants, black backpack. Didn't see any weapons. Still yelling.
Flynn County, if they could go to the pavilion, again, go to the pavilion.
Give me the numbers again. 3140.
10-4.
Copy, thank you. For the units who are en route.
Scene clear and available.
Go ahead with the address again.
3140 East Michigan. It's Gateway Loft.
877, I'm in here.
Copy. For the units who are en route to Holmes Hall for the suspicious vehicle of the black pickup truck and white sedan, we're getting reports that it's actually going to be at Wilson.
Okay. 493.
At East Wilson.
RTF 8. No. 493, go ahead. Yeah.
You said, what about the white sedan? I'm sorry.
Myself and 484 are going to be operating off the north, so if you hear our call sign, just keep an ear out.
So I am seeing one fatality
28
confirmed.
Adam 4. Do you guys have a specific area where you're going to be able to cover?
They're picking up their child.
Copy. White sedan was picking up a child.
Guns were fired.
182, just to add to that, we're clearing Wilson now. We've just finished that.
Copy. White sedan was picking up team 20. Was that team 22?
Lee, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Thanks for the support.
Hey, Boston 1.
Boston 1.
347.
No crime.
They've had to
just
clear
1096
so many
subject.
college housing
He moved it
areas.
along.
It's insane.
Send us to the next one.
For all RTF teams, once you get dispatched to a location, a building, stay at that building. Do not report back to the command post.
10-4.
They're having trouble
Copy.
with
For all
RTF
RTF teams,
teams.
one sent to a location, stay there.
They're relaying
Stand by, I'm trying to
information.
get all these calls in order.
This is a big problem with large incidents like this. They have to relay information because not all the officers have the same radio frequencies on their radios.
You said STEM?
So their belt radio
10-4,
might have
report to
statewide
60
and
civilians
car to car,
inside.
but they might be using
Copy.
a county's channel instead for this.
Command
And so
post, which
they have to
RTF
relay.
unit was going over to the Hubbard?
That's why we hear the
Department?
doubles.
13.
And it's at least 3
Boston 1, you want
departments.
to point towards
minimum.
Meyer for a possible domestic, 6200 South Penn. Those are the bus stop. It was a white male, white female, both with dark hoodies that were assaulting each other. The guy had a stick at one point. It sounded like the female was chasing the male around by the bus stop.
Sure, how there's an open door back at Georgia.
Okay. Do we know what bus stop? There's multiple or not.
T-Mobile has a nationwide outage right now, Teresa.
Copy.
I believe there's only one, and it's going to be the one towards Cedar on the west side of the building.
Okay, we're in route.
4.
RT4, Brody Hall is clear except for the people that are sheltering in place.
Copy. Brody Hall clear except for the people sheltering.
20 Adam 4 and 20 Adam 2.
RTF 11, we're clear. Where do you need us?
20 and 4.
RTF 11, are you able to respond to Acres Hall East for the reports of a suspicious black pickup truck?
20 Adam 4, would you be willing to assist a MSP with a suspicious situation?
Yep, we'll be en route.
10-4, 20 and 2 can help as well. Command RTF 9.
RTF 9.
We're at Acres, have been here for quite a while. What is this vehicle description?
It's a black pickup truck. We keep getting calls on it. I don't know if it's the same one, but they said it keeps circling the area.
Okay, nothing visible from the front of the hall here.
And 20 Adam 4 and 20 Adam 2, I'm actually going to have you guys respond to a suspicious person, 1439 Eureka Street. 1439 Eureka Street for a male walking around with a white mask and an army pack.
10-4.
Units be advised, receiving reports from Wonders Hall South. Wonders Hall South, reports of one shot heard near the back docking area.
1615 in the area, Maple.
This could be any
347
car
RTF 7
backfiring.
available.
This could be somebody throwing a
1615, thank you.
firecracker.
RTF 7.
347 to RTF 7. You're going to stand by at that location once you're there. 14.
14.
10-4 will stand by at that location once we're there.
Dilly Pickles, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you.
Start covering the road.
9 Boston 61. Can I have you head towards those suspicious vehicles, Chipotle?
14, could you actually stay at, are you at home still?
Okay. 6-1 and out. 10-4. It's going to be for a red SUV in the parking lot. They just turned their lights off. Caller's an employee and just would like it checked out due to the situation.
RTF 7. I said 14. I meant to say 10-4. Would you like us to go to South Wonders Hall?
10-4.
Yes, 10-4, thank you. Apologies for confusion.
T-Mobile does have a mass outage. I am seeing that all over Twitter as well.
It was Victor 2, wondering who command was going to be.
Okay.
And let me check the burner real quick.
Just letting you know where we're leaving. Trooper 3 will be the airborne asset until we switch back out.
1615 UTL in Maple.
Copy, thank you.
Appreciate it, sir.
Dispatcher 482.
482.
Hey, Boston 1 going out.
110-4.
Just making sure you know, 484, 493 are both over helping on LA North. I just want to make sure you're aware of that. 641.
Go on.
10-4, thank you.
Is it possible to secure an encrypted channel?
Encrypted channel request.
Channels, I'm just not sure if all the departments are going to have access to that, but we can try and...
That's the
I know
problem.
they're already patched to some channels.
I've got another truck that area, Saginaw King. Saginaw King, it's been holding for quite some time now. A black female was walking in the roadway, wearing a yellow scarf on her head, unknown shirt and pants, was yelling for help.
It's clear with command there's chatter about it being publicized like this.
Clear in route.
Thank you.
It's live on the KRX channel.
You said there's chatter about what? What?
Okay, so Anna, I think.
The scanner app being used by the suspect.
See, that's the concern.
These new apartments here have got on-site security. They're advising everything's 10-2.
10-4, 1136, I will send you to the next.
Yep, 1136, go ahead.
Frank 38, 4th floor of Armstrong is...
Spring 38, you said 4th floor of Armstrong is clear?
Just had somebody send me a video of.
RTF 2 command. Second floor of Campbell. Secure.
1136, you want to check on a
Apparent video
possible
of
B&E
victim,
that occurred
being
3020
extracted from
Jerry
a
Street,
building.
320 Jerry Street. It came in when all of this started happening. Couldn't get anybody out there. Caller's a Jaleesa.
56. Do we need Wonders Hall to be clear?
Yep, we just had a call from Wonders Hall South of hearing one shot possibly coming from like the docking area.
And I apologize. Just advise we get over to Eaton County around midnight because they're going to have no out-county deputies there.
RTF 7 was en route there.
Clear on that.
Okay, I believe we're at Wonders Hall.
We're getting a lot fewer calls in of people that are panicking. You can imagine when the reverse 911 call first went out to all the student bodies saying shelter in place, run, hide, fight, basically was what they were
yellow
told.
scarf on her head, unknown shirt and pants, was yelling for help.
That triggered a lot of responses, and panic. But as people are starting to communicate with each other a little bit more, and police are spreading out and are being visible all over the place, those calls are reducing.
You said there's chatter about what?
About the scanner app being used by the suspect.
These new apartments here have got on-site security. They're advising everything's 10-2.
Yeah.
10-4, 1136, I will send you to the next.
Yep, 1136, go ahead.
Frank 38, 4th floor of Armstrong is...
Spring 38, you said 4th floor of Armstrong is clear?
4.
RTF2 command, second floor of Campbell's, secure.
For those that do like listening to police
check
scanner
on a
traffic,
possible B&E that occurred 3820 Jerry Street, 3820 Jerry Street. It came in when all of this started happening. Couldn't get anybody out there. Callers at Jaleesa.
a lot of police
clear?
stations are going to encrypted
Yep,
channels.
we just had a call from Wonder
Even
called
their
south
day-to-day
of hearing one
dispatch.
shot, possibly coming from like the docking area.
There are even federal grants available to agencies to help them make that switch and get the expensive hardware.
No county deputies there.
RTF 7 was en route there.
Clear on that.
It's a concern for people who like to
we're at
watch the
Wonderful
police,
North, so we'll be on foot.
namely the media.
Okay.
The media
7-7, I'm clear this.
generally have
8-7
police
okay.
scanners themselves, but
16-15
most
in the
police
area.
16-15 okay.
agencies will work with the media and provide a encrypted scanner or a
877, can you start
decrypting
for,
scanner for police or for
3804
media,
Wilson
so
Avenue,
they can
3804
follow.
Wilson Avenue. I'll have 1615
But
back when he's done
general
checking the area.
civilians don't get it. It's a sore spot for many people because listening to scanner traffic has been something I grew up doing, and it's
Yes, sir. It's
frustrating
going to be
to not be
3804
able to do
Wilson
that.
Avenue. 3804 Wilson Avenue for a fight. Caller's a Jerome. Stated somebody's taking his medication. He was verbally arguing with somebody. Possible 96
That's
issue.
unrelated. So, yeah, our
Clear.
local
Command post to RTF 6.
dispatch, they
I'm
chopped
checking.
it down to the 2 categories.
Is
versus
RTF
8.
10 available?
Now views public.
Okay, clear on that. We'll check with our units. Thank you.
RTF 10.
AC1 to AC2 intact.
And being in North Carolina,
Thank you.
the North Carolina doesn't even share body cam footage.
Sector 2.
Like it takes an act of Congress to get body cam footage from a police
I'm up
officer.
here. Give me a friend or a second. I'll drive through there.
Okay.
RTF 18 right here.
1635.
1635, what?
Thanks,
Copy,
Eagles.
RTF 18, I show you at
I
Emmons Hall.
hesitate showing individuals on here, especially in the early days, because we know how fluid these situations are.
Anyone specific at Bryan Hall?
Thank you.
RT4 is at Bryan.
RT4, we got reports of a subject who walked out of Bryan Hall and threw something in the dumpster. They said there were 2 males, and then they ran through a fence into the lot at Cedar Greens and got into an older silver Ford Escape and left northbound towards Michigan.
Okay. Medic 411. Medic 411.
Hey, Rich, buddy, I agree. They don't sound the same, but to somebody who doesn't shoot, they do. Especially if they're in a panic state.
1635. Can
Everything
you
sounds like a
take
gun when you hear there's a
person,
shooter.
Cesar Chavez and Larch? Can you switch over to flight Maine, please?
Business College on the base Orchid Bay.
Go in.
Cesar Chavez and Larch. Caller thinks one suspect is walking around here. No weapons seen, red shoes, and a backpack.
The scanner is repeating as they share the information on multiple channels because all the police officers are not able to communicate on the same channel. So you are hearing the calls go out twice as they call it on different channels, and we're listening to both of them.
RTF 18. If you have any marked units available, you can come to the east side of Emmons Hall.
Hey, Boston 1.
I think
You said you
DMB.
need units where at Emmons Hall?
UTL. You can send us the next call.
I don't think they have any evidence the scanner is listening to the suspect is listening to the scanner, but them not being able to catch the suspect makes them want to think that he is, and that's the reason why.
For 935 Vincent Court, 935 Vincent Court. It was a return trip. Caller's son Isaac, 24-year-old Hispanic male, black shirt, black pants, was causing issues. Been holding for a while. I tried to call him back and I got no answer.
10-4.
Yeah, do you want another TF team? You're a little muffled. You said you need a market?
Yeah, 4. Yeah. Or 1, yeah.
Okay, are you clear on that?
Part 2.
Patterns.
1136.
136.
Had it. Don't speak on it. She's all set.
Command cleared RTF 22, 634.
I appreciate that, guys. I'll read through some more calls, figure out which one to send you next.
TF2.
RTF 22.
Can you and call Eastern?
RTF 22, we're in Business College. Who's going to go there?
RT for Zeb Ryan. We can move to Evans.
Hey, Andy, just reading from T-Mobile Help's official Twitter. We are aware of and are rapidly working to resolve an issue that has created intermittent impacts to voice, messaging, and data service in several areas for a short period of time this evening. So there is something going on. It's not everybody, but it's affecting a lot of people.
Secure place, and they will remain here with her until probably.
1136. Can you check on unknown trouble, Grove Park Apartments for male yelling?
Ed?
Yep. Affirm, send it.
RTF 21.
10-4-22-22 Farrell Street, male yelling.
If you dispatch, and I will position with SES and back to the scene for the next one. Yeah.
High-speed drifter. Currently, there's 158,000 people listening to this police scanner frequency on my app alone.
60 students locked down at the STEM building. Building is unclear. We could use one more team to assist.
I'm actually going to reroute you. We got a person on the line saying they saw the subject matching the shooter's description on High Street near McDonald's near Lake Lansing.
Clear. We'll head that way.
Copy. For RTF 17, 60 students coming out. I need another unit to help clear.
Appreciate it.
1635.
Negative. We're going to hold them in place. I believe there's approximately 60 more.
Yeah, 10-4.
13.
Copy. Is there another RTF team that can help clear? I am, Circle.
Patch 13.
I'm available. We're going to help.
You and me both, Sanita.
17 is going to be at the STEM building.
Flush. 1615.
Copy at the STEM building. Need another unit at the STEM building to help clear.
Staging and Wilson, wait for my backup.
Clear.
20 on full run the area. Here you go.
RTF 11, we're clear. We can help out.
If you can respond to STEM building to help clear with RTF 17.
Lansing, Patch 13.
Patch 13.
Key for their next set. RT1's holding at Shaw. We can be mobile if needed.
It sounds like things are spinning down.
4804
We've got officers completing all
for
the...
suspicious person, white male, 6'250", gray hoodie, dark pants, had a stick and was beating on construction barrels.
Frank 38, is there
That just sounds like a good night out.
Emmons right now?
A stick beating on construction barrels.
Yep, Officer Brandon.
38, we have a 5-man team on the west side of Emmons. We're going to go check it.
So all these teams have
Copy.
basically
I have
cleared
another
these
team in
buildings.
the
They're starting to respond to some of the calls that were sort of pending. Well, this was at its heyday, so it is winding down. I imagine they probably will catch this guy as more information
RTF
comes out, and he probably gets identified by somebody.
Were you assigned for perimeter detail there?
No, we have no assignment. We are waiting at Ryan to be sent somewhere.
10-4. Boston 6-1, I'm going to have you head towards the troubled subject, 2573 Abbott Road. A caller says, Genevieve Zanata, 20-year-old Arabic female wearing a light shirt, green pants, no weapons, 96 issues, she's causing issues, does not live here.
10-4 now.
RTF 18, can you just have that group move around to the east side and we can do this all as one?
Yep, RTF 4, you clear on that?
Central Trooper 6.
Trooper 6.
Boston 6-8, your welfare.
8 Boston 1.
Boston 1, go ahead.
Boston 6-8, work over on Gossard. The other 3 are cleared.
10-4.
It's going to be free roller northbound Harrison from Shaw.
That's what I heard
east side
too.
of the road. Just one single male. Looks like a light colored pants. Can't tell the description, but longer hair. Maybe a beanie. Walking northbound, shoulder checking.
If they can check northbound Harrison from Shaw, east side of the roadway for subject, longer hair, possibly have a beanie on.
I will say that
Okay,
the police
1553 North High.
have been in some very difficult situations today, clearing a lot of buildings with a lot of scared people inside, and have done a great job. They haven't shot anybody yet, at their own risk. They don't know what's around the corner, and so they're doing great. They've got a lot of suspects or people who are suspicious that they've cleared. I think they're doing a great job tonight.
1553 North High, black male, jean jacket, black pants, red shoes, walking Lake Lansing on High Street.
That's our
Again,
guy.
matches with shooter description.
127, 96 right now.
That's
Clear on that.
Nice 13. Do you want me to reroll for that?
Yes, sir, that'd be great. 1553 North High.
Our chiefs are coming across the courtyard right now. We'll be a minute of that.
And 54 off by the long individual. 877, I'm in the area.
Okay.
Copy, I will set subject walking.
1635 in the area.
1635, okay.
30, Hubbard Hall knocking on.
1206 just escorted a student back to their dorm. I was knocking on the door there.
Okay.
RTS 11, we're out of STEM.
Copy.
Clear out call and clear out Clemens and fire towards High Street second. And
They probably have a helicopter up in the sky that might be moving over
Is
there.
there an available team that can go to the Harrison Roadhouse receiving information of a male outside the Harrison Roadhouse screaming and put a backpack on the ground?
Yeah, stand by.
Hubbard, airborne.
Copy.
Yeah, it's going to be a suspect wearing red shoes and a backpack.
Out at Harrison Roadhouse.
Copy.
DMB.
QRF2, you're mobile. Get to that last call, please.
QRF2, go ahead. We're in Campbell Hall, still clearing level 3.
Disregard that.
151.
RTS3 has 4 operators that can head down there right now. We're right off Grand River.
Go ahead. Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
Roger, QRF3, take that 7-minute time delay.
521 Harrison, road subject is clear.
The debriefing on this is going to be interesting.
151.
The lessons learned.
151 on Southwood.
Harrison, subject is clear.
This,
Good morning. 151 and 30 are going to be a Boston unit and 58.
Good morning. Can you guys switch over north? We only really got me as a dispatcher right now.
Houston command
Single
from
dispatcher
16.
for this.
Armstrong is clear, all 4 floors. Everyone checked out.
I'm over my head.
Yeah.
Copy, all 4 floors of Armstrong are clear.
Windsor Township is in charge of staging 2, Battalion 11, fire down 6. RTF 29 has a perimeter secured around the Union.
That was RTF 29.
Go ahead, sir. 40. Meet 201 and Chief Hamill in front of the command center, please.
RTS 29.
Clear.
Clear. Once the air.
You guys have been sending me links. Lots of students, people inside the buildings have been filming evacuations, filming the police, going through clearing the buildings. Lots of footage I'm getting on the burner phone from that. Thank you.
Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
Roger, QRF3, take that 7-minute time delay.
521 Harrison, road subject is clear.
That's 151. 151 on Southwood.
Harrison, subject is clear.
They say that subject was
Morning.
clear.
151 and 30 are going to be a Boston unit and 58.
Good
Izzy,
morning.
good night.
Can you guys switch over north? We only really got me as a dispatcher right now.
Houston command from 16. Armstrong is clear, all 4 floors. Everyone checked out.
4.
Izzy.
Copy, all 4 floors of Armstrong are clear.
Windsor Township is in charge of staging 2, Battalion 11, fire down 6. RTF 29 has a perimeter secured around the Union.
Steven's on a roll.
That was RTF 29.
Do not pin that.
Nope.
Do not pin that.
Go ahead, sir.
Steven.
Meet 201
For those that don't know,
the command.
Stephen Lee
Command Center, please.
Great guy. He actually made the artwork for my channel right here.
Yeah, 29.
For that we have with the mouse pad.
Here.
If I can
Clear.
hold it up.
Once the air.
That was his. That's awesome. He does a great job. We love him. He's got an interesting sense of humor sometimes that sometimes pushes that little gray line a little further. And on the late night streams, it sometimes gets a little worse. But
Battalion 11 from Fire
thank you,
Center.
Steve. Love to have you here.
Battalion 11, go ahead.
Badge 151. We had a weapons complaint. Caller was shot at by a silver SUV. They're going home to 900 Long Boulevard. We got multiple shots fired calls on it as well. You can make contact with them.
Victor 2.
Victor 2.
Just to advise, we have a student in the chemistry building with a heart condition requesting an ambulance for a high pulse. We do have PD trying to figure out and clear it, but once they're clear, we'll need a medic.
Hey, Chandra, the link you sent me had been deleted.
Going, westbound here in the
The
south
tweet
side
was
road.
deleted, so I wasn't able to check that one.
The subject is?
Remember, we just crossed the road.
And one phone.
The medic. The east and over to take that call.
RTF 28, are you still at Owens?
RTF 28, we're available. Clear. 10-2.
Tougher.
Okay, we were just getting information at Owens Hall East. Someone said that they think on the 5th floor the accused may be there. Unknown why, no description.
Okay. See, Owen Hall East or Holmes?
East Lansing Medic 12 from Battalion 11.
Section 13, I'm in the area.
Owen Hall East, Owen East.
Where Owen East 5th floor.
10-4, give me just 1 second. I just got the email.
RTF 20. RTF 20.
10-4, thanks, brother.
We've secured McDonald. We're available.
347 to that RTF. Stand by in that location to secure it.
Cardiac fast heart rates at the chemistry building. You can start that way, but do not leave the medic until you've got PD accompanying you, please.
RTF 20 is clear.
Victor 2 or Badge 13, do you have eyes on the accused still?
Bachelor team? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's coming westbound Lake Lansing.
DSN, great comment. Dispatchers have a heck of a job through this.
Clear that. Would you guys like to air?
Incredible.
Singles.
Their professionalism, the ability to
Copy that.
keep all the balls in the air.
Yeah, male, jean jacket, black pants, backpack, hood up.
You know what color the backpack is?
347.
Hey, Zach, I did get that text. It does seem to be a match. It's hard to see exactly. It does sort of look like the same guy that we saw in the picture of the stairwell.
Section 13, subject is shot, so we need medics here now. They're in the basement of IM Square. There's 107. I'm inside.
347.
We're going to be out with them 1635's going to be out.
100 bodies.
347, sorry.
Victor 2, shots fired.
It's not.
Clear, shots fired 2349. Subject down.
DC 11 from Fire Center.
347, be advised, Lake Lansing and Larch MSP found a subject who matched the description. When they made approach, he shot himself. Known if it's related, but it matched the description.
There you go.
Victor 2.
Oh, wow.
Self-inflicted.
Oh, boy. Oh.
It's a lady there.
Copy.
Victor 2, looks like he's self-inflicted. Wait for a couple more to come home to clear. Wind read. 303, I'm clearing out. Being route. Hey, hold up.
Dilly, I saw that.
347.
Thank you for that.
Lansing Township, go up there to a desk. Do you have a mobile RTF team? You get up there.
Is there a mobile RTF team? Is there a mobile RTF team?
Guys, Lansing is out with a subject at Lake Lansing and Larch. The subject matching the accused is himself.
Center clear, 2350.
16, we're mobile, we'll go. 16, we're mobile, we'll go. So on, we're about to pull out.
Okay.
Clear, I got medics en route. Is it safe for him to come in?
Officer or badge 784, Officer Payne with Meridian Township for your welfare. Officer or badge
It is repeating
784,
here.
Officer Payne with Meridian Township for your welfare.
Yeah, I gotta contact you when I go up and try and run race.
5 10 9.
You guys. Copy.
We don't know. I don't think he's dead. They're trying to render aid. The officers on the scene would not be doing that if he was an echo right now.
Yeah, if he was DOA, they would be reporting that.
Medics are en route. Is he conscious, breathing? What's the status?
1136, he's not moving.
Clear, male not moving. GSW to the head.
Can you who is he?
Oh, so that may be fatal.
GSW to head's not ideal.
I'm sorry, I was going to get a hold of Mercy.
DOA here.
Clear on that, possibly a DOA. Medics good to come in.
347, let MSP know they've got RTF3 heading that way.
Copy.
Yep, starting CPR, send medics.
Is that too soon?
Incident Command K902 from MSD K902. I'm heading that way as well. 147 Lake Lansing Road right now.
We got fire out.
Clear, firearm recovered.
Yes, one headed that way as well.
1635, everybody slow it down.
Yeah.
Clear, all units can slow it down. Still doing CPR.
Clear, thank you.
So he's
Second
not
firearm
DOA.
in the backpack.
Clear, second firearm in the backpack.
1136. Again, this is going to be, he's got a jean jacket, black pants, and red shoes on.
Clear, jean jacket, black pants, red shoes.
So bring this
We got no pulse still.
Clear, no pulse, continuing CPR.
Yep, continue CPR.
So this was their
Paul 21.
Clear, master.
their suspect.
Paul 21.
Multiple pistol magazines in the backpack as well.
We are evacuating 30 individuals from Spartan Stadium.
Clear, multiple magazines in the backpack as well.
Copy, evacuating 30 people from Spartan Stadium.
Boston 1, other units can slow it down.
Major 2, medics have to come in from northeast.
Clear on that.
Lock down that area for them so they can do their work.
We're going on.
It sounds like he's DOA.
We're going to need a roll block off.
Yeah. CPR at this
Clear,
point.
badge 6, Lansing badge 6, block off Lake Lansing
It's a
and
nice
large, please.
thought, but there's really nothing they could do.
First 150, one more on scene with that. Clear.
Trooper 6, they want to shut down High Street and Lake Lansing, in addition to East Street and Lake Lansing, or all the way out to Cedar. That should work.
GSW to the head.
877, this is all taken care of here. We're
You want to start for Lake Lansing and Large? Lake Lansing and Large, we need help blocking off the road.
1615 clear last. I gotta go pick up my partner, then I'll be ready to go again.
Is there an available team that can go to Chem Med, or the chemical building? They need a PD escort for someone who needs a medic.
Okay, clear on that. Can you guys give me an address that you're in front of?
Yeah, they're no longer
People
thinking
we know.
2 shooters or 3 shooters. Those were people panicking and hearing gunshots and seeing people with guns and
10-4,
things
it's going
like
to be
that.
room 328, room
backfiring
328
car,
at chemistry building? No, Chem Med. They need a police escort.
Just to advise, we have all lanes closed. I'm going to start taping this off.
What is Chem Med?
I got you, Rowdy.
Chemistry
We'll
building,
take care of it.
578 South Shaw. 578 South Shaw. Room 328 for a medical assist.
Have medics come in from Lake Lansing and Large. We have an open pathway.
Clear.
Is there any need to respond to 568 Gunson? 568 Gun, we have a bird fighting that there's a B&E. 14, anyone here you will go there?
Negative. Not with the trooper heading Lansing Large right now.
Yeah, I think we're done. Julie, you're welcome.
Copy,
we normally
thank you.
cover
It's gonna be
trials, but
568 Gunson.
sometimes we
They
do
think
breaking
someone's
news
in
as
the
well.
house. That's the only information we have.
2K43 now.
Thank you.
513, if no one's mentioned medics to come in westbound from Large. Yeah, that's the only way to come in.
Okay.
So they did find a firearm or two firearms in his backpack.
I'll install it.
Yep. And they also found a bunch of magazines for the firearms.
And now let Murdoch install it.
Okay.
Awesome, 68.
And then the backpack itself.
Alex stole it as well.
There it goes.
RTF3. RTF3.
Hey, Scott, could we go back to Axiom?
Yeah.
And her comment?
Let's see what we got.
Can I get a phone number for one of you there, please? This is Alex.
She amateur Axiom footage chaser. She's new to the channel. She might have something to offer. Yeah.
Let's see where you at here. Is that the?
There she is.
Room
Axiom.
28 for a medical assist.
Oh.
Have medics come in from Lake Lansing and Large. We have an open pathway.
I'm going to turn down the scanner just a bit because
Is there any
traffic's slowing down
need
here.
to respond to 568 Gunson? 568.
It's repeating a little bit.
Finding that there's a B&E.
Ash, do you have
Anyone here
anything to do with Axiom body camera footage or anything like that? Or what's the connection with Axiom to your name? We're just curious. We see you in your chat. Thanks for being here too.
And Ash, I think you did you change your name as well from the previous name?
Oh, you're right. I see the member emoji.
Thank you.
Strikes again.
Month 2. So.
Yeah. Oh.
Westbound from Large.
Andy, thank you. Appreciate the feedback and the information from all of you guys. You guys are amazing, keeping us on our toes as well. Stephen Lee, you're right. He when officers approached, he took the coward's way out. Sounds like it's was effective.
Okay.
Right.
CNN's not reporting. The police officers did.
RTF3. RTF3.
Ash, Axiom says no connection, same name. I don't remember the name too.
Can I get a phone number for one of you there, please?
She lurks more, I think.
That might be okay.
Denise, yes, I believe the threat has been neutralized, self-neutralized.
For an unwanted.
Ellis.
They still have the press brief at 12.
Your phone number, please.
We're actually waiting for an update in just a minute. I can show you the
517-331-8987.
the podium here. They're probably just getting all the data here, and then they'll let us know. They're probably going to send out a reverse 911 call as well, and just let everyone know that it's all clear. The police, it sounds like, do not anticipate there being any other people involved.
Thank you.
Can we do a recap before we get off for the night? Yes. Hey, Joey, sure can.
It's going to be 1424 Hazlitt Road, Hall Apartments. It's going to be 3 males banging on the door, very intox, being verbally aggressive and loud.
That's just
No
Friday night.
weapons were mentioned or
There's
seen.
nothing fancy about that. Sorry, here we go.
Shelter in place.
Okay, I'm actually going to turn off the scanner here. I think we've got the wrong button again. Okay, too many buttons. As far as the update, what happened? We found out. I don't know how long we've been live streaming for, but about an hour before we started live stream, the event sort of began, and this was, let's see. So about 3 hours ago, so about 4 hours ago is when this started. There was a report of a shooting up on MSU campus, Michigan State University. I got a couple notifications on the burner phone. I think Chandra was one of the first ones to send it out to me. Saw a few updates on Twitter as well and thought I wanted to check this out. There was an active shooter on campus. That's always a big deal. You've got a lot of people in a very small space. And it's dangerous. We've seen it before. We've seen it all over the country in different schools where there's been an active shooter on campus. Having been on a campus myself, I know how dangerous that could be. And so we decided to follow it. We did have a police feed on this one, so we were able to monitor the traffic and what was going on up there, even though there wasn't much news footage on the ground. it was hectic. The police seemed to have communication issues early on, with multiple agencies responding and not being able to communicate with each other. So they did set up a command center at the president's house pretty early on, the school president's house, and then started dispatching these rapid response teams that could go search buildings, as following reports. And they had notified all the student body using a reverse 911 call, which is a common feature on campuses where all the students can be notified if there's an event. And so they'll say, lockdown, shelter in place type thing, or, it's classes closed because of the weather. They can use it for any sort of thing. In this case, they did send the worst alert you can possibly expect, and that is that there's an active shooter on campus, and that the students were instructed in the text message to run, hide, or fight, in that order, which triggers, just paranoia in the student body. Naturally, anyone who saw anything happen suddenly thought that maybe what they saw was the shooter. So every FedEx delivery, every person walking down the street with a backpack and a mask on because it was cold or something, they were all reported to the police. Every pop, bang, door slam, you name it, was a gunshot. And the calls came in all over the place, and the police, unfortunately, had to respond to all of them to figure out what was up. And so as they did that, we got reports of multiple shooters. We got pictures of people. We got pictures of police squads that were moving down the street in their tactical gear or in whatever they responded in. The people thought those were the shooters and everything. So it was a lot of misinformation. The report from the police on the press conference clarified that there was just one shooter at that time. They were pretty sure it was just one shooter. They had some video of the shooter they were released, which matched the information we heard of the suspect who was walking along the road up by the river road. I think it sounded like it was north of campus, just a little bit on the other side of the river, maybe. And so the officers responded there, and as the officers did arrive up to where he was, he took his own life. And so they did some CPR, but I don't believe that was successful. So we're waiting here. I think we've heard there have been reports that as many as 3 of the victims passed away. There were 3 fatalities. The police reported that there were 5 victims, and all were transported to the hospital. So generally, they had not been they had not died at the time that they were transported. So they may have died in the hospital. There may have also been 1 fatality in the actual location where he shot. So that's Weather Watch. What did I miss, Thomas?
No, you nailed it. That's a great recap. The one thing to keep in mind for everyone that's either tuned in late or kind of at the beginning, you have multiple agencies covering the whole scenario. So you're going to, first and foremost, you're going to have Michigan State Police on call on scene there. Then you're going to have your city police, and then you're going to have the county sheriffs that are all involved responding to the scenario. You've got multiple dispatch, you've got multiple responders, you've got agencies that are trained in a little bit different ways, per se, that have to communicate together, which they do, being in smaller markets. The market I live in is very similar to Lansing, Michigan. So I've seen it. I've seen the way it goes down and how they operate. But that's why we had all these dispatch feeds tonight and all this information, everything going out. So the investigation, all the information, everything's going to be put together. I was actually really impressed tonight with the dispatch, the way they communicated with what they got, because coming from that side, the opposite side of the dispatch scene, you can only rely on dispatch on what you're going to, and if it's very little, you don't know what it is. But they were so detailed with what they had because they can only rely on callers. So very impressed with dispatch tonight and everything they had to go with. So we've got 3 agencies. You've got all that information that has to go into an investigation. Again, that comes out to the injuries, the fatalities, everything that could be revised by the time we all wake up in the morning. We're not really sure. It kind of muddies the water, so to speak, when you're in a market that has all that together. But no, Scott, you nailed it on the recap. It was great. And awesome. Prayers for everyone on that campus, and hope everyone can find some peace and everything kind of gets put to bed for the night, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to try to catch the press conference. There was supposed to be one that started about 10 minutes ago. We're still waiting. We've got a feed of the podium. Nobody's come to the podium yet. I'm watching that right now. But for those that don't know, Thomas and I are starting a podcast. Our first week is on Friday. I have a regular show that I do every day at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So, I'm going to be a little short on sleep tomorrow, but we're going to do it anyway, where we follow true crime. So if you like following court cases, looking at crimes and discussing the whodunits and watching and acting, pretending we're in the jury box a little bit, we'd welcome you to come join. It's on this channel. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it looks like, Dilly's giving this update. The press conference has been moved about 9 minutes out. So we might have to hold for just a little bit. But you're welcome to come join. Go by Recovery Addict, and we do sort of the court of public opinion. Have a great time. Thomas, who you see on the screen there next to me. I can actually show you me as well, I guess. Hang on. I don't have to show my back to everybody. What's with that?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see. Box 2, camera 1. There we go. That's me right there. So Thomas is one of our mods and a weather fan and just a good guy all around. And so got to know him through the channel. We're starting a podcast this weekend, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a similar vibe to what you have here, where we do follow. It's live, so we're going to be talking and covering current events and things like that. It's going to have a lighthearted side to it as well. Not heavy on the politics. We'd like everyone to be able to come and enjoy it and not turn it partisan in any way. But Sunita, thank you very much. I've got some amazing community out here that's just amazing to be a part of. Thank you for being part of that. Would not be the same without you. We call Weatherwatch Tommy Guns. I vote we call Weatherwatch Tommy Guns. I saw those arms when he stretched earlier. Are you hiding some serious biceps there? Is that what you're doing, Thomas?
Oh, I got nothing. I promise.
Yeah, it's the camera lens.
Yeah. That's right. It adds 10 pounds to your arms, apparently, and that's it.
Yeah, I need to get one of those lenses. Oh, man. Stephen Lee, good to have you as well. I'm starting a podcast, just me rambling for an hour. Sounds great. I'll watch for sure. Stephen Lee's great to have you.
That's what we're doing.
Yep. No, we've been working on this for a couple of weeks, putting things together, and super excited to share it with you on Friday. It'll be good. Can we talk about all the stuff getting shot down in the sky for the podcast? Josh, the balloons might come up. Just sort of like they went down. They'll come up and then they'll go back down. We'll probably talk about it a little bit. Just depends what happens during the week. There might be some other matters that sort of take precedence, but right now I will tell you it's on the schedule. It is on the schedule. Let's see, first I've heard of this. I've been working. Well, Douglas, why would you work on a day like today? It's Tuesday. Just kidding. Douglas, you're putting in the work. Somebody has to do it. Glad you can check in. I want to see the press conference. We're going to watch for it. We're stalling for it. Don't leave, High Speed Drifter. We'll share that here with you in just a bit. Hi there. Can you fill me in on the shooting? Yeah, it's MSU. It seems to be a single shooter, possibly 2 pistols is what he had with him, as well as multiple magazines for the guns. He was. We've got pictures of him. I can show you those. Yeah, that's him right there. The police released that picture. Apparently, he shot approximately 5 people inside a campus building. And then left. There was lots of reports there were additional shooters, but it was just him. That's all we've got. And anyway, the police eventually located him, or so he was spotted walking along the road. The police responded, and as they approached, he shot himself. So he had a gunshot wound to the head, and it's a DOA. So we're waiting for the press conference right now. I
will say. It's going to be limited, right? People that are sticking around waiting for it want to hear a whole lot of the detail. I mean, they're doing a press conference 10 minutes after everyone learned it's DOA. So there'll be a touch up on, they'll confirm 1 shooter, not 3, things like that. But don't look for an extreme amount of detail, because you're going to get a lot of this is an ongoing investigation type answers.
Yeah, I think the big thing we'll hear out of this is that there's no longer a threat to the community. That all the rest of it is still a lot under investigation. That it'll take some time, and it will come out with time. They can't answer a lot of questions right now. They're probably not going to give a lot of information about names and motive or anything. All the questions we want answered, they'll be like no comment, and But yeah, that's going to be it. They're blocking off High Street. Yeah, they've blocked off most of the streets up around there. Let's see. My feed just dropped on Fox 2. Let me try this again. Okay. It's back up. We're good. Just waiting for that, for the press conference, then we can wrap it up for the night and put a bow on it. The High Street reports were accurate. They were, Eddie. And what I liked about them is the people who called in said, this is the person, this is where he is, this is what he's wearing, matches the description, instead of just like, hey, there's somebody I saw on the street who had a backpack and had a stick. It's like, it was somebody who looked at the picture the police sent out and said, yeah, I've seen that guy, that's where he is, and called it in, and that helped. If not a student, how to get inside? And it's actually pretty easy to get inside a building, even if it's secured. People are polite. And you can just run behind somebody and have your hands in the pockets. It's cold outside. Say, hey, can you hold the door for me? And they will, and they'll let you in. We like to be nice to people, and unfortunately, that can be our downfall. A lot of people packing together to protect themselves, says Mockery. I'm not fat. I'm voluptuous. Man, Stephen, you're great. They're putting up the yellow tape and partying too soon. Too soon. High Street is where they confronted him, if I recall from the scanner traffic. DMB, I believe that's right. I think it was on High Street, sort of by the river, I think. I don't know the town very well. I guess it's technically a city, and a big one at that.
So, Scott, on ease of access, true story. Many years ago, a girl was dating UC Santa Barbara. I traveled cross country, and I went to a full semester of college, unpaid for, and just went to every class she went to. So it's that easy to go to college.
Wow.
Which is against the law.
You were just, what do they call it when you go into class but you're not enrolled? You're oh man, there's a term for it.
There is a term.
Auditing. You're auditing the class, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I'm auditing all the classes. But Town Chill, been listening to Police Scanner. I'm bummed just found you covering. Well, next time there will be a next time. As long as all the police scanners don't go encrypted, which is a big trend. A lot of times, if it's a small town response, it'll be encrypted faster because they'll have a channel that works. If it's a big response like this one, where you have multiple agencies in the area, it's harder to get all of them on the same encrypted channel, which makes them sort of forced to have to use the channels that aren't encrypted. That's what we had tonight. Yeah, auditing. Thank you, everyone. Everybody knew what it was. See the chat full of audit. We had the best coverage. 80s Music Band, good to have you here. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy to have beepless hours after we cover it. Good to see you. Weather Watch, she says. I took most of the day off. I had a funeral today, so although it says that I streamed for like 10 hours, 4 of it I wasn't here. 5 of it maybe. And
it worked out perfect.
Yeah, I missed all the DNA testimony, which I don't really like to begin with, but it was perfect timing. I came back, and then I knew the medical examiner took the stand, so it was interesting.
Absolutely. Real quick, all right.
Yeah.
In chat, we've got don't truly know for sure, but we've got Doug D, MSU student here, for the question of how the shooter got in. Both buildings where the shooter was unlocked to public until midnight. So I don't really follow the full question, but supposedly someone is.
Oh yeah, he was answering the question. I think is what he's saying. How does the shooter get in a locked building? He says that both of the buildings that the shooter was in are typically unlocked. So after midnight, the doors would go to a lockdown state. But and they did go to a lockdown state after this began. When they issued the lockdown order, they went lockdown there. But it was too late if he was already inside. But Dog D, thank you very much, and hopefully you and all are safe up there. Hearts go out to you guys. That's never fun. Nobody wants this to happen at their school.
No.
But thank you very much for joining and for the information. Good night and all. Just remember, recovery addict fought back and won against his ISP. Forever impressed. Well, Seagulls, I'm not sure if I won. I ended up having to buy a router out of my own pocket, and my phone still doesn't work. Like, since that day, my phone, I still cannot get phone calls on my house. And Mrs. R.A. sort of likes it because, she likes to be able to call when she needs to, which we can do, but we can't receive any inbound calls because my ISP is not releasing my phone number to have it ported over to the new phone service, even though they said they would. So we're fighting that. But we've got the best of both worlds. We can call out when needed, and nobody can call us and interrupt us. But it's not really a win, I guess. I will be back in a few hours, 9 a.m. We're going to do that. We're just waiting for the press conference to start right now, and everyone's seated, so maybe let's just bring the feed up here. Actually, going to bring up the audio.
They were able to track him to Lake Lansing Road near Larch and approached, and possibly unconfirmed at this point. But that's when the suspect then turned the gun on himself.
You're right, and this is an area, Taryn, when you talk about this depth of tragedy, no community should ever be ready to receive this news. But it is safe to say that on the campus of Michigan State University, it's a safe place that students feel like they could go to and feel as though they're going to be okay.
Teresa, we do have that picture.
That's been taken away. That's been robbed from them.
It's right here.
And
that's the
also,
shooter.
More importantly, what's been robbed from this campus, what's been taken from this campus, are 3 precious lives. And we're presuming that there are students that have died in this. But you think for a moment about a parent
we are covering
who
Murdoch
sends their
tomorrow.
child off to
Melody,
school,
for sure.
to Michigan State University, and to have this happen to them at a place where they're supposed to be safe. 3 of them dead, 5 hurt. We understand of those 5, some are in critical condition at Sparrow Hospital. It's unimaginable, and there are simply no words to describe the depth of tragedy and sadness that is just reverberating through that.
So that's a new number. They're saying the total is 8.
At the initial news conference,
3 passed away and 5 injured.
That they want it to be the single source of information, which is why they're taking their time to dot their I's and cross their T's.
Yeah, so as they do that, we'll keep an eye on that. As soon as that starts, we'll jump over there. You guys need a little bit of sleep. We'll see, Eric. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. What's all this? Recap real quick. Thal, you missed it. There was a active shooter up at Michigan State University. A single shooter that shot, it sounds like 8 people. 3 of them passed away. 5 of them are in the hospital with various states of injuries or severity of injuries. Lots of mayhem, huge police response. Lots of reports of additional shooters or other gunshots heard. Everywhere the police went, they basically found that nothing. They cleared a lot of buildings. And eventually, it's somebody, after they released a picture of the shooter and the clothes he was wearing, somebody saw that he was walking along the street on High Street, and the police responded. As the police got close, he shot himself. They did find another gun in his backpack as well as a lot of ammunition, but he was DOA. What kind of scanner do I use? Michelle, I was using an app for that one. I was using Scanner Plus. It seems to be the best one for me. See but that's pretty much it, Thal. It was a little crazy. A lot of radio traffic, a lot of police agencies trying to communicate and struggling to get everything organized and get the response happening. It seems like some of the police were maybe a little gung ho on trying to get to the solution and fix it, or get to the situation, fix it as fast as possible. And the command center basically had to say, look, if I assign you somewhere, do it and stay there. Don't move and try to fix this on your own. It's more important that we methodically plan this out. But it sounds like after the initial shooting, I don't think there was a lot more other than that. We'll have to see if those 8 people who were shot were in 2 different locations or if they were all in one building. Lots of conflicting information. Heard my name and didn't say anything. Was there another Melody that I was talking to? Michelle, if you're interested in police scanners, I would actually recommend that you don't get one because the police are all going to encrypted radios, and you can spend $700-800 on a really nice police scanner that in a month will not be able to hear anything. So unless you have basically a police radio that they give you the encryption key to the frequency for, you won't be able to monitor scanners in your area, as pretty much all across the country, everyone's switching to encrypted networks or encrypted transmissions.
Yeah, even your local basic website, CAD webs and whatnot, where they show dispatch and where it's going, they're trimming out the information more and more and more just to keep it more, not secretive, but it's actually for the safety of the departments why they're doing it. For example, ours showed how many units were dispatched to each given call every day. They cut that out. I'll back out as we go here.
We're going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, or good evening, excuse me. I'm Marlon Lynch, Vice President for Public Safety, Chief of Police here at Michigan State University. Tragic series of events that have occurred here this evening. But we've had a tremendous amount of support from our community, to include our law enforcement partners who are here with me at the moment as well. Standing at the far right, we have Ingham County Prosecutor John Dwayne. Next to him, we have Sheriff Scott Wigglesworth, Special Agent in Charge of FBI, Jim Taraska, and you've already met Deputy Chief Chris Rosman. Wanted to thank you for coming to share us as we update our community in regards to tonight's events. We will get directly to the most recent update with that, and then we'll have comment and questions.
The questions will all be we don't have the answer to.
Thank you, Chief. Again, Chris Rosman, Deputy Chief with Michigan State University Police and Public Safety. So we start tonight by sharing an important update. And that update is the suspect in this incident was located outside of the MSU campus. And it does appear that that suspect has died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It is confirmed that he is deceased. This truly has been a nightmare that we are living tonight, but we have remained laser focused on the safety of our campus, our students, and the surrounding community. We are relieved to no longer have an active threat on campus, while we realize that there is so much healing that will need to take place after this. Again, to reiterate the update, there is no longer a threat to campus. We believe there to only be one shooter in this incident, and there is no longer a need to shelter in place on campus. There is no longer a threat on campus. We are sad to report that there have been 3 confirmed fatalities. This is in addition to the 5 victims who were injured and transported to the hospital. Some of those 5 victims still have life-threatening injuries. Out of respect for the families, and while we continue our active investigation, we cannot confirm any personal information about any of the victims at this time. Again, we want to reiterate to everybody that we know there is a lot of information that's being shared on social media and being said on the scanner. Please continue to get your information from us. We are committed to sharing timely and transparent information. Our hearts are with those who have been affected by this senseless act of violence. Giving an update like this is never easy. As a father, I can only imagine how parents are feeling right now. This will be the beginning of a long healing process for everyone who has been affected. That is the initial information that we're able to share at this point. I'll conclude by saying again that this is still a fluid situation. There are several different crime scenes that we are processing with our state and federal partners, and there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Special Agent in Charge James Taraska from the FBI.
The FBI were on scene. I don't think we'll have that
Good evening.
for a while.
I'm Jim Taraska, Special Agent in Charge of the FBI in Michigan. Our hearts go out to the victims, their families, and the entire community. I'd like to thank Chief Lynch for your leadership tonight and your partnership. This evening, FBI agents and our response teams joined our law enforcement partners to assist in investigating this horrific incident. We will continue to investigate till we are sure no further threat is posed to the public, which at this point, we're pretty clear it's not. Additionally, we will provide victim services to all students impacted by this incident. We're asking the public, in addition to the other numbers provided to call in for information, we have the 1-800-CALL-FBI number. Please feel free to use that to call in any tips. This is an ongoing investigation. We'll continue investigating throughout the night and likely days. So with that, Chief, thank you. Thank you.
In addition to the FBI tip line, we have countless investigators from not only the MSU, Police and Public Safety, but our local, county, state, and federal partners assisting us with this investigation, and there still is a lot to do. I'm going to provide another 800 number and email address for anybody that may have any information that will help our investigators as we put the pieces together for this incident. That phone number, and we'll also share it on our social media, is 844-99-MSUPD. Again, 844-99-MSUPD. And our tip line is tips, T-I-P-S, at police.msu.edu. Our investigators will continue to work tonight and around the clock to process the crime scenes and start to put the pieces together to try to understand what happened here tonight. At this time, we will open it up for a couple questions. I just want to say, please understand that we are sharing information as quick as we can. There's a lot that we don't know at this point. This is still dynamic, it's still fluid, and we will do our best to answer your questions. I'll start right here in the front.
Is the suspect a faculty member, a student? What can you tell us about him?
So we are unsure of any affiliation that the suspect had to the university. Our investigators and officers are still working to determine his identity. Once his identity is determined, we will then look to what connection he may have had to our community here, but at this time, that's still part of our investigation.
Just to follow up along the same lines, are the victims in this instance students?
So we continue to work to identify the victims in this case out of respect for their families. As we work through the process, we are not going to identify or confirm if any of the victims at this point are MSU students. That is something that we are quickly working to determine, and that will be a priority for us. In the back.
Can you describe if they're men or women for the victims?
I actually don't have that information. All we can confirm at this point is 3 fatalities at the scene on campus and 5 victims that were transported. That is all the information that we have. However, we will work to determine the specific identity of those victims and their affiliation to campus, if any. Over here.
Were the shootings limited to the Union and Berkey? And then also, there were reports that the suspect was found with a backpack with magazines and another gun. Are you able to say if that's the case?
So the first question was the location of the shootings. We can confirm that the first shooting occurred at Berkey Hall, and the second subsequent shooting occurred at the MSU Union, which is adjacent to Berkey Hall. Victims were located at both of those locations. There were no other scenes or a shooting did not take place at any other location. There were erroneous reports that there were additional shooting scenes, and that is not true. The question about what the suspect had in his possession when he was contacted, I cannot confirm that right now. We did release some pictures of the suspect. I cannot confirm if he was possessing a bag at that time. Go over here.
Do we know what type of gun was used?
We do not at this point. We do not have that information. That will be part of this investigation in terms of what type of weapon was used. We do not have that information at this time. Our investigators are working. We do. That's part of the investigation that we're putting the pieces together right now. Go over here.
Do you have any information about what the motive was for this?
We have absolutely no information right now on what the motive is, and I can't even begin to imagine what that motive would be. That will obviously be part of our investigation. I know that that is going to be a question that lingers on everybody's mind. We will do our best to determine that, but at this time we have no idea. Right here.
How many law enforcement officers, agents assisted you in this entire incident?
The initial response to the initial shooting was overwhelming. Every one of our law enforcement partners in Ingham County responded to the scene, and additional counties in this area showed up along with our federal partners. I'm comfortable saying in the hundreds. We had hundreds of law enforcement officers from university, local, county, state, and federal from the mid-Michigan area that descended on campus today in a coordinated effort to resolve this incident and secure our campus. In the back, News 6.
Do you know where the MSU president is, and do you know why we haven't heard from her?
I don't have that information right now. My understanding is that she is returning to campus and has been briefed on this incident, and I can only imagine what she's feeling at this point. Our focus up to this point has really been on the safety of our campus and the public safety operations at hand. And we have briefed not only our president, but our executive leadership team every step of the way. In addition to that, we activated our emergency operations center and put our plans in place that we have planned for an incident similar to this. We initiated those plans, and part of the reason that it was as smooth on our end as it was in this tragic situation was because of the pre-planning, the emergency plans, and the training that we do countywide for responding to act of violence incident. In the back, great.
Can you confirm how many fatalities and injuries there were at each shooting location, and how many people were at those locations when the shooting started?
Sure. The question was how many victims were at each shooting scene. I unfortunately do not have that information. Out of an abundance of transparency, I can share that 2 of the fatalities were at Berkey Hall and 1 was at the MSU Union. The other 5 victims, I don't have the specific locations where they were. We also don't have specific information on how many students or people were in those buildings when the shooting occurred. I do know that there were students in those buildings. I don't have a specific number. I want to commend the students and our community on how they reacted when we sent out our emergency messaging, instructing people to shelter in place, to run, hide, fight. Our community listened, and that's why a lot of folks in those buildings were able to escape, is because of following our instructions.
He was outside when he shot himself.
About the collaboration, the massive response. What led you to this guy? How did you find him?
So I actually don't have that information right now. The update that we provided about the contact that we had with the suspect off campus was very fluid and dynamic and occurred right before coming in here today. So unfortunately, I don't have that information on what led us to his location. He was contacted by law enforcement. He was contacted by law enforcement off campus. I cannot confirm that location right now. That scene is also being treated as a crime scene and is being investigated as we speak. We may have additional information to share relating to that in the future. I'll tell you what, over here, go ahead.
The 5 victims, are all of them still in critical condition? Are some in stable condition? What's the range of their condition?
So we do not have a current update on the 5 victims that are at the hospital. I am aware that they experienced life-threatening injuries. We hope to have an update from the hospital, and I think at future briefings we will have a representative from the hospital here that may be able to share additional information as well. Sir.
Yeah, thank you. The shooting victims in Berkey, were they all in one location, such as a particular classroom?
I think we're pretty much to the
So
end
I
of
don't have
the
that information right now. That will be part of our investigation in terms of where the victims were located within the building. We don't have that information available to us right now.
The picture seemed to show him with a handgun.
Are there plans to close campus beyond the 48 hours?
And we heard on the...
So at this point, we are declaring that campus will be closed for 48 hours.
So I believe
that is the current status right now. That is subject to change as we evaluate our response to this incident, keeping the victims and the students of our community who have been impacted by this tragedy at the forefront. If we need to extend that we will, and the appropriate conversations are occurring to make those determinations right now.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and bow out of the media coverage. It is getting late. It is getting really late.
I can confirm that the photograph that we pushed out immediately as part of our
really late
transparent information sharing is the same suspect that was found.
So there we go. So the photograph was the suspect. The red shoes was the dead giveaway, and they got him. So that wraps it up for tonight. Appreciate everyone joining. It's been a fun 3.5 hours following this and just sharing the information with you. Appreciate Weather Watch for popping on as well with no notice as well.
It's just a 14-hour day on the Recover Act channel, I think.
Yeah, it's just a typical day. A dead giveaway. I did go there. I wasn't gonna. It was an accident, but I saw what I did, and then you called me out at DMB. Thanks. Let's see. Thank you all. I appreciate all the people who subscribed, who found the channel on accident and now are going to be permanently living here. So welcome. Do join us in the morning. We're going to do 9 o'clock in the morning. We're going to do a live stream like we normally do every weekday as we follow the Alec Murdaugh trial out of South Carolina. He's accused of shooting his wife and his son, 2 different guns, a AR style 300 blackout. Sorry, the name escaped me, as well as a 12 gauge. And where did all the money go? Over $10 million seems to be stolen from different people, and we're trying to figure out where the money went and why. But interesting case. We're about through with the state's prosecution on that one. We're going to get to the defense side soon. We've even heard rumors that Alec would be taking the stand at his own defense. That's the current plan. That could change. But as of earlier today, that was the breaking news that he might be taking the stand, and I think he might. Also, Weather Watch. What's the exciting news for Friday?
Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You've got Scott and Thomas Talks Live. It's our new podcast. A lot of you have already heard about it, but if you haven't, you're just tuning in. Every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Scott and we're going to start on his main channel. We'll do a podcast for an hour and change. It's going to be similar foundation of this channel, but we're going to branch out just a little bit. It's still going to be family friendly and whatnot to the extent. And then we'll go from there. So anyone that can tune in and make that time zone, we appreciate it. Just another platform or another avenue for y'all to chime in and hang out. It's going to be live again. We're going to have a few topics that are interactive. So for chat, you guys can jump in there and share your opinions. We'll touch on it as well. So just another time in the week and the day to keep this awesome chat going and staying in touch, because it's so much fun. Best community on YouTube is this chat right here.
Yeah, I think Thal might try to be there. I can't tell if he's excited or not from his messages here. But yeah, it's super excited. I'm excited. Thomas is just amazing. I love having him on the live stream, and we just after after when we covered the protest together, you just like, hey, you called me up and you're like, what do you think? Bouncing this idea around, and it's immediately I just said yes. It sounds awesome. So super excited for that.
Yeah. So real quick before we transition out, I see comments. People are asking for the channel and all that. So the podcast, we're going to start on Recovery Addict's main channel. So Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, just come back to Recovery Addict's channel. That's where it's going to start for the unforeseen future. So you don't have to go search for anything else, any new names, anything like that. That's where it's going to be. If it grows or changes, maybe we'll revert, but you all will find that out later. So Friday nights at 9 Eastern, just head back to Recovery Addict. You'll know where to find us.
Yep. And as it is right now, current mods will be mods on that because it's the same channel. So Katrina, you'll be a mod on that by default on that show. And yes, it is a little interactive DMB. It should be a lot of fun. We've got some fun things planned, and you just might see a little side of us you don't normally see during the regular day. So
yeah.
Yes, we need some artwork for the podcast. I'm working on a little bit. It's more Photoshop than artwork, but we're
it's good
though.
It's fun.
Yeah. Anyway, that's everything, and we have our own music already picked out. So we're super excited. I mean, so that makes us official. Warming up the band hammer, says Katrina. You guys are great. Thomas, thank you so much for popping on. Get some sleep, man. I'm going to as well. Just a few hours, and then we'll be back on in the morning. Might need something stronger than water in the morning. I might have to get a soda.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I'll be up in
morning.
4.5 hours for my day job and then ready for your live. But thanks for having me tonight. I know we didn't get to do a ton, but it's fun being here. And just anytime we be part of chat, this chat, best community ever. So thank you all so much.
They are. And thank you all, guys. It's been fun. We love the breaking news. I appreciate everyone who reached out on the burner phone. I got a million messages. I wish I could reach you all and thank you individually, but thank you. It's been a blast. We're going to be back. I don't know how to end this one because it's not really a Recovery Addict stream, but I guess we can. Tonight, or tomorrow night, whatever it is, we're late in the morning. When you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better. And please stay safe till we go live again at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, or this morning. Time is fluid, I'm not sure where I am in relation to the clock. So thanks all. You guys have a great night. We'll see you. Thomas, peace out.